wanna play. These 3 words, they're the ones that I live by. With bug eyes, there's nothing that he can't find. We all fly, don't give Buckman the stink eye. Do or die, Schmuel Buckman's a no guy. Schmuel rock and roll, Schmuel rock and roll. Go toe to toe with Buckman, he will eat your freaking soul, no doubt. It's Schmuel rock and roll, it's Schmuel rock and roll, Schmuel rock and roll. We get buck with Buckman, we know you're up to something.
We're here. We're here. I am so sorry, guys. Uh, aspirationally, I would have liked to have gotten here at 8:40. Unfortunately, I was totally not able to do it. Um, all right, give me a sec. We'll get our shit together here. Supertip.gg/Buckman. Memberships $1.99. A bargain at any price. Sign up. That would be awesome. EFS 66 Schmuel, you going to AC this week with all the heat? I'm going to AC, and I was going to go with no heat. So there we go. It's funny you mentioned that. Just the heater motor seized up. But EFS, thank you for the $1.99. Yes, I will be there. And I need to click one more button, and I got sidetracked. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's do that. I got to make sure I'm. Oh, there we are, live on Twitter, and I am, and not Twitter, with the other thing, YouTube. All right. So we're there. So what do you call it? I asked Dave Sauer to come on. Panhandler will be here in a bit. And we'll probably do a quick show tonight, hopefully. I wasn't planning on doing it. But the way things are, it seemed like a good idea, particularly since we're going to AC and we'll probably miss stuff. So there we go. From Magdalene, MGD, Panhandler, and Blob are pussyfooting about wrestling, about who's to join you tonight. Send them both the link. They both have the link. What do you call it? Our friend. Oh, I know what I needed to do. I'm so sorry, guys. FB can pop in whenever FB wants. More than happy to let him do that. And let's go over here to live. I just want to get something squared away. Edit. And I just want to check the chat. I want to make sure that somebody was complaining about my moderation was very sensitive. So I don't want it to be free, but I don't want it to be sensitive either. All right. So that's taken care of. And now I shall type slowly because they didn't teach high school in the 1800s. And excuse me for sniffling. So if anybody is on Twitter as they're watching this, not that I'm on Twitter, but tell Sarah to get in here. That's the guy that I really want in here tonight. All right. we are back to the stream. I think everything is set up. There we go. Um, all right. Who's here? Who's here tonight? Art Bell is here. Husey Entertainment, hit the like button. If that guy, hold on a second, copy. Let's, I will send Mr. Hughes the link just for shits and giggles so I don't have to do this alone because I don't like doing it alone. Yeah, so in any event, the other night I was getting these from you guys. Last night, maybe I don't even remember. We were getting the justice for Siggy Jones and free Siggy Jones, and I thought something happened to him, so I talked to him today, and everything's cool. I think they were just breaking balls, but everything's cool between Siggy and I. But we were just, my schedule is fucked up, and we kept hopping on at times that were inconvenient and whatnot. But no Siggy, no Schmuel talk. So I just want to put it that way. And there we go. Echo Pineapple, Bibli needs the main moderator wrench here. Echo, you can give those mod wrenches to everyone. Siggy needs therapy. How is that? Things being cool, you monster. I don't know. He told me everything was cool. So, and we all need therapy. At least I do. So there we go. And it's so funny. You try to say something. You try to say something nice, and of course, it all gets turned around. The Dabbleverse. You think I think about this? Think I care? All right. All right. Let's run through. Let's do no roll call, but we'll just run through some names here, right? The Doomspayer is here. Art Bell, Roy Cohn, Victory. Was it Victory Lap? No Victory Lap. I didn't feel great about that when it ended. I did drink a Red Bull before, so maybe I was just a bit excited. And Echo Pineapple, any reason it's so late? Yes, because the other show ran a half an hour late and I had to go to the store. Because I am out of things and I'm going to need to eat dinner at some point tonight. Little Lemmy is here. Metal Gear Solid here. Little Lemmy. Young Old Vibes. Doodle. 7508. There it is. Justice for Siggy. Let's see, Little Lemmy, we did that. Brack, Roy Cohn, we did that. Did EFS, did Magdalena. Let's keep going down the list here. And Magdalena, I guess, is MGD. Sam Bibley. Sam Bibley. Let's see what Sam says because it was a long tweet. I think about the Dabbleverse all day, all night. I stay up late in the night. I can't sleep thinking about KKK posts about where AB went today. Things like that. It's why I'm so good at this, no doubt. All right. Drunken Tenants. Red Bulls also make my nose leak. Yeah, don't worry about the... that won't be me. The stuff that goes up your nose doesn't work, but it's fucking cold outside, and I literally ran in the door to get here. NJ Ranger, no, always be. I'll put it up for NJ Ranger. NJ Ranger 201 is here, and let's just see. All right. Echo Pineapple, I hit like. Oh, Echo Pineapple reminds me. Hit like, people. Please hit like. It really helps. And we keep trying to get into that algorithm and would totally like to do it. And I've got Permasil Finishing for $1.20. You made us old guys proud today. Well, thank you, Permasil. And you know, you get the Permasil seal. What could possibly be bad? Victoria, has there been any updates on his condition? Victoria, I'm told to send you the link, and especially if you're going to talk about Husey, because he seemed to like that. The Lady of the Ice Dancer, is here. Malware Scan is here. Let's just see. Anybody? Victoria, we already mentioned. All right. I think I'm down to the bottom of it. So that's the story. And that's the show. No, I'm kidding. So I'm Schmuel Buckman, and you're not. Ha ha ha. Chevy Chase line. I don't know if you fucking people are too young to remember that. Yeah, it was fun doing Hughesy's show. Totally unexpected. It was supposed to be Mersh, Keanu, and I. But there we go. Big old, oh yeah, they're here. We'll do that. We'll do, not Victoria there, that you were annoyed I called him Haas. I know that has nothing to do with me, but I'll say Haas Gino was there. Tommy Jordan. I'll wait. I'm really looking forward to seeing Tommy this weekend. It's always very cool to meet Dabbleverse people in person, and that's why I like to go to those events, because what happens is you talk online and you get, you talk to people, you become like friendly with them, I guess, online. They're sort of online friends. But as I used to say when I was dating and using Match.com, nothing is real until you actually meet the person. And that's what's so cool about going to these events. And I'll tell you, I think one of the ones that I went to that I thought was very cool was Ray's birthday party, and it's where I met NJ Ranger and Dirty Deeds and Leo Gunn, and oh my God, is Leo dreamy? What a good looking guy. And all right, and Yuzi's going to bed, and he said if you go to your YouTube and click gifting memberships, it will say that you have 10 free to give away. I have a feeling that I don't qualify for that, because I've done that and I've gone there and it's just not there. So who knows? Should we send what do you call it? Keanu the link? That would be fun. So, but I would like to have her on, and if you people would like to help, and I would always love help. If you could encourage Keanu to come on for a stream, that'd be great. But I would love to get the great Tom Myers on the show, and we can work something out with Tom Myers. That would be very cool. So I did. Hold on, Echo. We'll figure that out during the thing. Gonzo 2216 $5. Schmuel, I always thought you are an out of it schmuck, but that Gino fight made me a Buckman fan for life. Thank you. It does not make me any less of an out of it schmuck, though. I totally am. So there we go. All right, I have the link open, and if I go down, I'm on my channel, and I don't see memberships. If I can give away 10 memberships, I would love to give away 10 memberships, because that would make me happy to do something. But I ain't seeing it, kids. All right. But maybe we can find it during the stream. And if we can do that, or if I had balls enough, I'd give somebody access to my YouTube channel. And there we go. There we go. Mint Diggity must be in the chat. Old Mint to pisser. Hopefully. Oh, well, Mint put up his tickets for Ray's show. So if you're going to AC, Ray is Friday and Saturday at resorts, but I think the gang is going on Saturday. So if you can, even if you don't want to stay over in Atlantic City, hop in and let's go see Ray. We'll give him a standing O just like we did at Hackamania. And Ice Dancer, look at this. I'm always here, idiot. Well, thank you very much, Ice Dancer, for that. So, Prop 4793. Have a location picked out for ChatCon. Everyone, make sure to stock up on your pet food. Feed the streamers. We have tied up livestock. Should be fun. Mid-October 2026. Cool. I bet it'd be more fun than the Catalano Con that never came off. Right. Mint Diggity. Saturday. Resorts Casino. Hey, it's weird, man. The ticket didn't have the showtime on it, did it? Or the poster doesn't have the showtime. So let's put that in there. We'll be at the Borgata all weekend. I'm getting there on Friday. I think Melton and Tukey are arriving on Thursday. So if you want to chat with them, it might be a good idea. I should take these. Hold on. All right, cool. I just want to make sure I'm not all like bleached out and shit. So there we go. Let's what do you call it? Let's stop fighting in that. I sent TJ the link so he can pop in because he's doing it. He's doing it. He's on Gino's good egg list. How long that lasts, God only knows, because Gino doesn't do stuff. So I guess we should talk about the Gino Keanu thing, and I guess we got to touch on Mersh. Now, I know Melton was doing a segment on Schmuel and Mersh, but I didn't see it, and I don't know if it actually went on. So if anybody's got that and wants to let me know, that would be cool. But we'll talk about Mersh. And I've got the one and only charming, lovely, and fun guy. Good evening, boss. Good evening.
You're the boss tonight, Dark Bookman. You're on a hell of a run this last 24 hours.
What can I tell you? It's that old parasocial
Our riffing is not
worming
getting any better.
little thing. It never will, right?
No,
like
it's
I
getting
should
worse
enjoy
somehow.
this because it's downhill from here on out.
Yeah.
Ice Dancer says hi, Panhandler.
Hello, Ice Dancer.
And,
Give your boyfriend a big kiss for me.
Oh, you gave a big kiss to her boyfriend?
Well, that's what I asked her to do. Me and Mersh are now tight now that he hates you.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't.
No, he said he doesn't hate you, right? I mean, he said he doesn't.
I hope he
He's just
doesn't hate me.
annoyed. You're incredibly annoyed.
Shut up, Schmuel.
So, how was the sound on that drop?
It's fine. A little low, but it
A
was
little
fine.
low?
Yeah, my
Hey, where are you, David?
it was very loud.
Yeah, so I have to figure out how to use this Stream Deck. So I told you this, right? Months ago, I had put up an Amazon wish list, and somebody anonymous sent me a little Stream Deck, a little small one, and I never really quite learned how to use it. Permaseal finishing for $1.99. Hand Pandler.
Does KB know you're over here, Permaseal? Don't let him see you in the chat.
So this is I was going to say something and I decided not to, but now that you've busted it open, let's talk about it. I always laugh because Permaseal I always see him super chatting in like KB and other places, and I noticed that I see Permaseal in my chat, and we've chatted back and forth on DMs, but I don't get any what do you call it? Uh, we don't get the super chats, and I'm like going, I don't want to get, I don't want him getting in trouble with Kevin, but Permaseal, I'll tell you what, if I ever, because apparently you're the guy to go to, if I ever get lanyards made, you'll be the first guy that I hit. Kim Nicholson 420, don't test audio stuff live. Hi, Kim. Well, it's part of what we do here, but I think my audio is fine. I didn't change anything.
Your audio actually sounds good for once.
I didn't change anything. Well, I did spend the weekend moving shit around in my studio, but I also did what do you call it? I I broke down. I have an MV7 Plus, which is USB and XLR, and I finally bought an audio mixer.
I'm feeling it
For
now, but let's not get into tech talk, Schmuel. I know
tech talk
you're feeling good. Don't.
That's
You're
why I'm
flying
talking, because the tech talk is
flying a
great.
little too close to the sun here. Let's
But I
not
took
get
all
crazy.
I took my $260 something that I've earned on super tips or whatever the hell this is called, super chats, and I purchased the Motu M4, and I don't like buying things because I always think I'm never going to use them, but
And you're a Jew.
pretty goddamn happy with this. And MGD, David just came back from a fishing trip. He's tweeting funny. I just got off the phone with Mr. Sarah probably half an hour ago in between shows. And and let's put the super chat up. Oh, Permaseal. Oh, what happened to it? I got to find it again. Permaseal, Permiseal. Permiseal said I married well and Gino didn't for $2.
Married
Thank you
up,
for
I
that.
believe it was.
I'm having the chat is. You'd think it was Shuli's the way it's flying. Schmuel, you married up. Gino didn't. Thank you, man. And I disagree. I think that Gino married up really well. I think Gino married up.
Yeah, he definitely outkicked his coverage. What is she, like 25 years younger than he is?
Yeah, but like my ex-wife was, I don't know, like 15 years younger than me, and it still was like not worth it. This one's like 10. 10 is a perfect age.
And you've been married how many times?
Three.
So maybe you
The
shouldn't be
first one
giving
doesn't
marital
really
advice.
count because I was 18. It lasted like 6 weeks, but I figured if I didn't mention it, somebody in the Dabbleverse would dox me, and then what do you call it? I'd be in trouble. So, and the second one lasted, I don't know, 5 years maybe. But in that time, the truth of the matter is, I got married in '99, and married in '99, and 2001 happened, and she and our relationship was never the same after that. And did somebody fuck with my? Excuse my language. I had these things set to stay up for a certain period of time, and they're going off. NJ Ranger 201, reigning elderweight champ of the world, Schmuel Buckman. Thank you. And
So are you saying 9/11 ended your second marriage? Is that do we get lost? Did that just get glossed over? Is that what we're saying?
yeah, it changed it changed everything. She was very close to there, not as close as other people, but she was there in Manhattan, and she's from a small town in California, and it just like, I don't know, man. She just like, she seemed okay, but then it was like after it was like she used to go out all the time, take the subway everywhere, do all this stuff, and it just like became like she wound up being at home watching TV, not doing things, and it turned out in the end that like she was terrified. of what was gonna. It just everything was like, I don't know. There was like that. There was like a depression that filled over people
I was
in New
there.
York.
I was alive. I understand.
Yeah, well, not me, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I have no emotions. So, and then my brother was retired now, a firefighter, and was missing for like 12 or 13 hours, you know? And there was that guilt because we got the call that he was okay, and a lot of people didn't get that call, right? And they just never got a call. And by the time they did, you kind of knew after a certain point in the night that you were not going to be the call you got was not going to be positive. Brack 9/11 transmuted her into an agoraphobe. Not quite, not quite, but she did move into. She moved to a very, very small town in the South, like really small, and she she loves it, and we still talk every now and then. But I am.
I wish a plane would crash into my house right now.
Yeah, but I am not. What do you call it? What's the word? I don't want to say that I had nothing to do with it because I was kind of a dick.
9/11? Were you?
And I was going to school at the same time, so I was, and plus I was running a business. It was just like I didn't have a lot of time, so I wasn't there to be sympathetic or to do anything. And then by the time we decided to do something about it, it was too late.
All right.
So there you go. But everybody, look, we're all happy now. But that was one of the big AA things. When you go and you do your you go and you do and you make your amends. And you go like you apologize and you want applause. You want to go, oh yeah, we applaud. Thank you so much. No, what happens is you did that, but you also did all this other stuff. So then it becomes like you're like, oh my God, I'm an awful human being. But I've learned a lot since then. That's why this marriage works so well. And but there you go. Look who's here, Mr.
Oh.
Panhandler's favorite friend,
What's
Tommy.
This is not going to help get the show back on track at all.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys focused. We're staying right on track. Congratulations! It's in order for Schmuel Buckman.
Hey man, no victory laps, because the way the Dabbleverse is, you're up 1 minute and you're down like 3 minutes later.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
So-
that's a fact.
EFS $4.99. Two things the government hides about 9/11: Tower 7 and Schmuel's marriage.
That's a pretty good super chat. EFS.
Thank you for that, EFS, for $4.99. Appreciate it. Yeah, but that it was like it whatever. It just changed. Everything just changed after that, and but like even my relationship with my brother, everything. It was very, very strange times.
Did your ex think you were somehow involved?
No. My brother was a firefighter down there, and my ex-wife, like,
She wasn't.
9/11 fucked her up, like, mentally.
She wasn't like blaming you for it. Like
No. It was like she just started getting like, she used to be like out and party and all that other stuff, and it was just like a lot of staying.
Well, to be
home.
fair, the Jews did do it. I mean, so she could have blamed you a
Would you
little bit.
Stop.
Oh,
Would
no.
you stop?
No.
What is that fuck? What are you wearing, Tommy? Is this our Atlantic City outfit?
yeah, I'm ready. I got my damn World Order hat. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I forgot to take my filter off. Oh, I forgot to put my filter on.
Oh, you know what? I thought you were the.
Dox me, bro. This is a real me.
I thought you were the. What do you call it? The old guy with stuttering John.
No, this is my real face. This is so embarrassing. Oh my.
Bro, what just happened with you on BYB? Do you want to talk about that at all?
You down with BYB? Yeah, that was freaking. That was
How'd that Rochi bit go?
that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly how I described it. All right.
After they post the video, you'll see in the comments. People are gonna get it. It's gonna be.
Tommy is doing a white black face.
Yeah. Oh, now, Panhandler, why are you getting mad the way I do Roche, right? Because sometimes if you are too aggressive, right, then you could be out of context to what you were to begin with before you started to be that what you was, right?
It actually looked all right. Like you got the video,
Oh yeah, I just
the
got to
visual aspect down, but
right.
yeah, as soon as you opened your mouth, no
I
good.
sound just like Roche, right? Problem is that you can't expand your mind to think that I sound who I do when I sound when I did. Right?
Let's not do that.
Exactly.
Shmuel, you don't know what's
Tommy,
going on. Trust
the
me.
lady
Don't worry
the
about it.
lady is asking, how old is Tommy?
27.
Bullshit.
Hold on. You want to know how old I am?
I would guess 34 to 36.
I think it's a Joey C filter. Hey, Tommy got big ups from Gino though. He's out there doing it.
Doing it. I'm gonna be, it's my fellow comedian. We do have a show together. I'm letting him perform at Rodney's, I believe.
Magda MGD for £5. Any pulper updates, Buck? Ride that energy you dropped. Shit. Sorry.
Drop the super chat.
Yeah, you know what it is my here we go, sorry. The
You
chat's
sure?
moving so fast. Any pulper updates, Buck? Ride that energy you dropped on Gino and keep Tojo in line. That's my job. My entire goal is to keep Tojo in line.
I'm not gonna be out of control this episode.
And yeah. Well, we'll just bounce you if you want. I'll just leave and let you on the phone with Scarlett. So, but all right, Tommy.
Sorry.
All right, Tommy. It's not what we do here. Pat may come, and if he sees this, it's just not gonna happen. And sorry for that.
Okay, we got this.
I can't. I can't help myself. All right. We have as you guys move along, I have one more what do you call it? Link to send. I don't think he's going to come on, but
Smart
was
move.
was
whoever it is.
asked for it. So you know what, Panhandler? We've all had a
Who's
great
it?
day. Stop being pissy.
You got to start calling out these people who are asking for the link.
Ooh.
Put them on blast. Like Tommy asks for the link all the time. You need
Tommy
to put them
has-
on blast. Not
Tommy
just from
has
you. I'm just saying
never-
in general.
Tommy has never asked me for a link.
I said
And
in
Tommy's never
general.
gotten all pissy when I didn't send him one.
Yeah, I am mad at you. Actually,
I get lied
to be
about
honest with you.
every day. Every day someone lies about Tojo. But Schmuel, I think you're realizing something I'm realizing as we're both quickly escalating to the top of the Dabbleverse scene in world record.
I've been doing it. I've been here a year though, man. So it's not. There's nothing record breaking about it. Go ahead.
I've been here 2 weeks, but don't worry.
What am I realizing?
What are you going to finish your sentence, idiot?
I don't know.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, brain problems. Christ. What the fuck?
I think it's better if I don't finish it. It's better this way. Oh God, I love it.
No, but tell me what you're realizing, Tommy, because I find it interesting.
Realizing that we are cream of the crop, top of the top. It doesn't get much better than Tojo and Schmuel Buckman. So of course we're gonna have some haters here and there, some naysayers. It comes with
Tojo said that. I didn't say it.
yeah. I mean, Joe Rogan has haters too. It is what it is. We're at the top. Where
So,
I wouldn't be surprised if they give us Villa Suites when we go to AC this weekend.
they ain't giving me shit.
Once they find out who we are,
So last year,
video, send them the link.
I got the weekend free. And the year before that, I got the weekend free. I was at the first Super Bowl, but by accident. I was going to be there anyway. And then all those guys decided to go,
That's
which
awesome.
is great. But I've always gotten free rooms. And then as of like late last year, the Borgata used to give me 2 rooms a month for being a Pearl member. And now they don't give me shit.
Damn.
So
Are you still a Pearl member?
I have to pay. Yeah, I get free parking.
Oh,
You know.
Mm.
So
So you will not be staying at the Borgata. Doxed.
yeah. So Brock, I have to mention this. At Brock, Buckman casually mentioned being a veteran when Gino was yelling. It was amazing. I got caught. I didn't want to do that. I don't like to talk about, like, I don't like to use that ever, because it doesn't really mean much. Being a veteran,
Thank you for your service.
to me, that's such bullshit. Anyway, but neither here nor there. But the thing is that it was like, well, if I don't tell the truth, because that's really why we were there. If I don't tell the truth, because I said I got in a free room, then it would have been like, then Gino would have pulled the degenerate gambler thing, you know, and I didn't want to do that. So honesty was the best policy. Yeah, it's Kate, as Lady KB says. Yeah, MGM rewards probably. Yeah, so I used to get every month they would give a free gift, and their gifts were fucking awesome. I mean, like, you know, if they gave you something, it was like any kind of device, gear, anything like that. It was always like first class shit, you know, and then it all just stopped.
Damn.
And
I knew Matt.
I should have seen it coming, because they stopped giving me free water in the room.
You ever worried? You ever worried that this is going to happen to you if you stare at something too long?
No.
So if I could just recap for a quick second. So we've been on stream about 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You recap 9/11, your history with wives, and now your MGM perks, and have talked about nothing that everyone here wants you to talk about. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Beautiful.
That's how we keep it.
Yeah.
It's content, buddy. If I came in and just talked about what everybody wanted to talk about,
Yeah, it's at a clip show.
it would be it would
This is
be
the first time
over.
ever I want to strangle somebody else more than Tommy while you're on the stream with him.
Don't
All
do
right,
it.
I have one more. I have one more thing to say, and then we can talk about what everybody wants to talk about. Frankfurt M. Schmuel plays Schlotz. Frankfurt, you now know that, or I know that you do not know Dabbleverse lore. So you have to figure that out at some point. Tommy, quit fucking around.
Yo, it's me, Matt Mead. With Scarlet. I'm gonna throw a hat in the fire.
Okay.
Tommy, you're gonna make poor Panhandler's gonna have another stroke.
Can I at least?
Right on the air.
Both
Do
of
you,
you.
do you like my new avatar? I know you're not a big avatar guy.
Is this what Gino meant by you do things?
What?
Gino, when you came into the chat, Gino was like, Tommy Jordan, oh, I'm going to see you at, whatever the hell the name of it is.
Rodney's.
At Rodney's. And I was like, well, Tommy Jordan's going to be in AC, because he was giving me shit about being in AC. And he was like, yeah, but Tommy does things. And I was like, yeah, what? Go to events?
No. I do what I do, but when I do what I do, I'm doing it like I do it for TV. You dig?
All right. Whatever you say. But see, here's the deal, Tommy. Just between me and you,
You like
right?
the
And the other 58 people here plus Panhandler, I like you when you're you, and the other stuff is great. I think it's super talented and whatnot, but you're interesting in and of yourself. So a little more TJ and a little less, fucking around.
Heard you. I'm really
So-
gonna take that advice. To the heart.
Yeah, it's so much so that you immediately switched over to gay
Oh,
guy on a motorcycle.
Oh, don't be jelly. Don't be jelly.
So,
Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly, Schmuel. Back there, don't be jelly. I'm a little bit of jelly. Can you smell me?
Tommy,
You smell me, Schmuel? Backman, I'm just jelly.
I'm gonna bounce you any minute now. You're gonna get on the elderly nerve that I have, and and the last one that's working, and we're gonna go.
Hey, don't be jelly.
That's so.
Is this audio still on? I think.
I know. I wasn't. I just wanted to mess. I wanted to mess with them a little bit. I didn't want to.
I got caught laughing at my own jokes.
Didn't want to throw them out. But in any event, yes.
All right,
Shut
sorry.
them down. That shit's not fun for anyone. All right.
Get out of my system. We're good now. The show's
So, what do we want to talk about? I'm not that. I didn't think it was like a victory thing or any of the other stuff. I was surprised that it happened, but I felt bad. I felt bad for Kiana because it's like she came on a show. We're doing a show. It was fine, not the greatest show that we've had, but it was fine. And Gino can't stop fucking interrupting. You
Well,
know,
that's nothing new. I mean, that's
and
what
it's
he
like
does. Right? You shouldn't have been surprised by that. I don't think. I'm just not even
well, I wasn't
dragging
surprised. I
Gino.
wasn't
That's what he
surprised
does.
by it, but I was annoyed by it. And the thing is, it's got to be. She's sitting there looking really uncomfortable. I think the first time he said something, she was fine with it, but then she's looking really uncomfortable. And we've seen those Gino getting mad clips. I don't know.
I think Husey would be the first to admit that show was total dog shit until that fight happened. Like, I don't know what you guys were doing, what was going. You had the same energy you did with J Mo a few weeks ago. It wasn't good.
That JMO
So,
thing is
I mean,
never.
that-
I'm never going to live down that JMO interview. am I?
No. But I'm just saying it wasn't going well, and I think Husey would admit that it wasn't going great, and maybe he didn't feel well, or he was off, or he had something else going on in the background. So whatever happened with Gino jumping on saved, for lack of a better word, the entire show. I think Doom has a clip up already. Just stick it to Keanu, I'm sure, but also in record time. She had it out super fast, like a 30-minute clip. So
Yeah, I got it. It wasn't good. Husey was not feeling well. That show was originally going to happen last night, and Husey wasn't feeling well, so he postponed it until tonight. And then what happened? I got in there, and he hadn't heard from Mersh or Keanu, and they were both supposed to be there. So it was like I think he was looking for the Mersh and I story with Keanu opining on it, and since Mersh wasn't there, he was kind of
But
lost a little bit.
did you really think Mersh was going to show up? Like, when Mersh said he's done with Dabbleverse, he's probably not going to do any shows for a while. If anything, it's going to be on his channel. So I thought it was weird that Husey or you guys would think he would even show up.
Mersh is not known for saying he's going to show and not showing. Like, he shows when he says he's going to show. So it's not like there are other people that like, oh yeah, send me the link, I'll do it, and then you sit here with your dick in your hands, like So yeah, I don't see Mersh as being that kind of a guy.
Okay.
Talking about.
So there we go. What are you talking about, Tommy? So yeah, but look, it worked out fine. It would have gotten heated between Keanu and I, I'm sure, but not like it did. Certainly not the way it did.
Like sexually heated? Like romantically heated?
No.
Fog on the window in the backseat of the car.
Maybe like 30 years ago, but
you never know. You never know.
Heated. But
On a good Monday.
But it is interesting. It is interesting because this complaint about this lying about me. They're lying about me, and I was like, I kind of wanted to hear more about that. Like I wanted to understand what she was saying, but I guess, and if people did lie about you, it would suck. But you're in this universe because you want to be in this universe. Like Gino and Keanu, neither one of them have to be in this universe. You can't say, "Oh, I hate the Downverse. I don't do it," but then you're on Stuttering John's stream, right? I mean, you can't have it both ways.
Nope.
Yeah, I agree. It was an odd approach for her to take, saying she doesn't want to be part of the Dabbleverse, and then she's on the show that the thing is named after. So it is kind of she's talking out of both sides of her mouth. See what I did there? Because I can't do that right now.
Very good.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's better though, right?
No.
Oh.
But thank you. I think I'm learning how to talk a little bit better. Just that. But anyway.
It did look. I noticed the other night that it did look better.
I trimmed my beard a little bit to try and shave it, to try and deceitful.
So
Spent about 3 hours shaving my beard. So yeah, I got a lot of free time on my hands.
I've got speaker. Tommy is gone, and hold on. I've got to.
He'll be missed.
I know. Hold on, but I got to redo the URL for the stream. There we go. Yeah, I talked to Levy for a minute, and and he was coming on. And I'm going like, look, I don't know if you're allowed to come on, so I don't want you getting in trouble. And then he was like, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I don't think
So
it's whether he's allowed or not, but I can't imagine Bob's going to come on anytime soon. So since he's just reunited with KB,
right,
and I have
yeah,
no proof. This is just my opinion. That doesn't
yeah.
mean anything.
Except KB. Apparently KB was happy with me today. So
Well, that should
yeah,
last a while because he seems to really never turn on people and pretty loyal guy. So yeah, you go with that.
he boy does he dislike me, and
He dislikes everyone. That's part of his charm.
is that what it is?
Yeah, a little
Is
bit.
that what it is? Tommy, I can't, man. I can't. You'll give Panhandler a fucking stroke if I
I'll
put
just
you
do it
up.
so you can see it. I'll
All right, and then everybody can say it.
everybody will hate him more. See, the
Is this
visual
what he?
looks good. The visual does look good.
Thank
Is
you,
this what he
right?
did on BYB or?
Yeah.
Schmuel Bachman, good job with that loser, right? I tell everybody, right? He's not for Keanu. I could see you banging down Keanu's walls, right? Because you're a good chap, right?
Rochi, I think you'd have, yeah, I think you'd have a better shot at that than me.
Or I got a better shot at any woman. 'Cause I am a ladies' man, right? I get them on the couch, right? That's why they call it the casting couch, right?
Rah.
Goodbye, right?
All right, take care, Roach.
Goodbye, right?
Jesus Christ. He does the look. It looks good.
It does look good. The guy's
know?
some tech shop. He's a fucking retard. He has some tech shop. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I think it's kind of funny, but I think in limited quantities, it would be good. And so let's just see here. Tommy always wanted to grab everyone's toys in the sandbox and never share his own. That's the grown-up version in front of us, folks. MGD here tonight. Oh yeah, well, our boy is showing up. Let's just say, Tim's totality. KB's turned against me by my metrics 67 times.
Yeah, I don't know what Tim and Tim's totality and Boozmock are doing, but they're constantly just poking KB.
Isn't
Constantly.
I thought Tim's totality was Teamster Tim.
No, you're completely wrong. Tim's totality pretends to be black, and he's a lot younger. Like about 40 years younger than Teamster Tim. And Tim's totality only has 2 pensions instead of 4. Big difference.
Like Joey C. Drunken Donuts 2348. That was actually funny. Could you compare that to anything that merch does? Ooh, that was mean. Very, very mean of you. Yeah. So walk me through it because I barely even remember it. Tim's totality pretends.
Exactly.
Ah.
He's
Well-
cultural appropriation. I believe that's what the kids are calling it these days.
Teamster Tim, if it's you, you can text me right now and tell me it's you because
It's not Teamster Tim.
Okay.
Bring Tommy back on. Jesus Christ.
I thought he said he was. I don't know. I swear he told me. Whatever. Maybe it was in the chat. And I do these shows, and and then I'm on streams, and then I talk on the phone, and then I have real life, and then I never remember where I heard anything. So I start thinking everything is true.
Don't you think that's a problem?
What?
Maybe.
That I think everything is true?
Correct.
Well, I could be the opposite and be you and think everything is a work. So I would
Or a
rather
lie.
err on the side of being a sucker.
All right.
That's my thing. It's like he's just stupid. And then if I'm not stupid, I'm just old. And then that's the other
both
thing,
very old.
right? Like with
We're both old.
with the Geno thing, right? Yeah, go into me being old, right? Yeah, that's the way to get me. Making comments about me being old and 104. I was like 74, 104, then some other 4, and it's like, Gino, come on, man. You
But
know?
Gino's like 57 or 58, right?
Yeah, he's like 58. I said 58, and he did not disagree with me. Tim's totality for $2. I don't like Dokken or Hatchet. Enough to be Teamster. There we go.
Those are two bands, Schmuel. Just to let you know.
Jeez,
All
really?
right. Thought I'd help you out.
I had no idea. Everyone knows who Docket is. So we're gonna give this guy one more chance, and if he blows it, we'll just end the show and disappoint 72 people.
I come in peace.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about Atlantic City, selfishly, because it's my first time out there, man. It's my first time out there. It's gonna happen. Spielberg, when am I gonna be safe? Are they gonna kill me? Panhandler said he wanted to kill me out there, but luckily he's not coming anymore. So I have
You're safe.
that bullet, literally.
It sucks that you're not coming though, Panhandler.
Yeah, it does suck.
I wanted to go. It's a good time. You guys will have a good time.
There aren't that many other sober fellas there that are of a certain age.
You're sober?
Me? Yeah.
No, and Buckman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not hanging out this weekend.
Yeah.
Nope, you're gonna bring my vibes down, brother.
No, I'll be what do you call it? I'll be the one taking you
Oh yeah, you be my
taking care. I don't give a fuck what you do. I got no problem. I'm sober. I don't care that anybody else is. I'm usually trying to get the wife a few more. Drink. But she's the kind of one that's like gets a nice big glass of wine, tastes it, and goes, I don't like this.
Your wife is going to fucking hate Tommy. That's the only reason I'm really sad I'm not going to be there to see her meet Tommy. It's going to be, somebody take a little clip from me of a Cookie meeting Tommy and the look of disgust on her face. Yeah, right. It's going to be great. I'm sad I'm going to miss it.
Nah, I think she's actually going to like Tommy. I have a feeling that Tommy's much more likable in person than he is.
I bet you're right.
Online.
Yeah. See?
Online. So
see, I agree with you, Schmuel. I think that one time Tommy was on with you,
the forgotten episode.
And he was just normal, or as normal as he could be, much more tolerable.
Yeah, but look, I think there's room for both.
Right, on his show, do his thing. Correct.
Right, and it's like when you're on other shows, if the guy wants you to do it, then do it. But if not, don't. But it's also hard to build an audience if you're just annoying people, and they can't annoy you back.
We both debated Chad Zumock. We got that in common.
Well, the thing with Chad is or a stuttering John, right? Is they can be completely fucking annoying, but you can annoy them back because they'll get upset and shit. You don't give a fuck, so it doesn't have it's not like people aren't going to flock over you to stream to see you, as opposed to other people going, I got to see this asshole.
Schmuel went out the first time I meet Cookie. I'm gonna be like this. No, hold on. I'm gonna be like this. Hey, how's it going? Pleasure to meet you. I've heard great things.
Hey, you know what? And it would have no result because she thinks I'm cute, so she's obviously got mental issues. For the record, Pan's a grumpy old fart, but I like him.
I am grumpy. So. I agree. I can't disagree with him at all. But don't like me. Please don't like me.
Yeah, and that's part of the deal. Like, you meet Panhandler, and he's not nearly as grumpy and or as old as he likes to say he is.
What if I'm worse in person? What if this would be sedated? Yo, are you ready for that reality, Schmuel Buckman?
Well, it's a big fucking casino. We'll just hook you up with Rob Saul, and we'll be out of there.
Oh, shit. You're going to have to get security on me, I think. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
There we go. You're chasing my friend Panhandler off the show.
Got it.
No, I'm still hero.
All right.
I have to drink out of a straw, and it's really gay looking, so I take myself off camera when I take a drink. That's why.
Why is it so gay looking? You're right.
And Dave Sauer is in the chat. Dave asks actually a good question, which is Lady KB going to AC?
I believe she is.
So
I think she said she is.
I can't wait to see
how
her.
Panhandler drinks.
And this year we have, and what's his name is coming too. We got Carl and those guys are going to be there. So
Carl, Lucy Loosebox.
That should be interesting.
Oh, is Lucy going this year too? She wasn't there last
Lucy's
year.
Going.
Yep. And producer Chris.
And the up and coming Clipper of the year, Dirty Jersey Rat, is in the chat.
Dirty, dirty Jersey,
Jersey.
dirty.
Dirty Jersey, right? Dirty Jersey, right? Dirty Jersey, dirty.
So I am
Jersey.
we call it KB 103. I am an OGAC, not with the hard R like I am. I'm a hard R person.
Been hanging around Joey C too long. She's been hanging around Joey C too damn long.
Oh my god. So I did
Exhausting, right?
yeah, it is. It is. It's like being in a restaurant and there's a kid at another, like you're trying to eat dinner and there's a kid at the other table that just keeps making noise and won't shut up. And so there we go. Now he's muted. So he left. So there we go. And I can never
honestly can feel my blood pressure rising.
I can never figure out with Tommy. Is Tommy trolling? Is that's what he's doing, or is this what he thinks? It can't be a coincidence that both show. I can't even see this.
That the show is on decline and there's a new wrench. So I'm guessing, if I know Haas a little bit, that Haas was a mod and he's no longer a mod, and now Tommy's show is going to shit. Is that where we're going? There's some correlation there, which I believe, because Haas, the chat is life and the life is chat, as Haas so wisely told me many moons ago. As far as your Tommy question, though, I go back and forth. Like, there's no way a human can be that annoying, right? Like, naturally. So it's got to be a little bit of a troll. I hope. If not, somebody better power slam him in AC through a wall.
Well, I understand that he's a big dude. So
you think everyone's a big dude?
I have reason. I have it on good authority. That he's a big dude.
All right.
And
but we've talked about this before. The Dabbleverse is full of big dudes or midgets. There's not a lot of in between. Like EFS is very tall, Flimsy is very tall, Beloved Chatter. I think I heard Joe Burrow's a big dude. Sorcerer is a humongous human being. Like, there's some Bentley, his big old head wouldn't even fit in his frame right here. That guy's noggin.
And Benchmark 419, new name. Schmuel did an amazing job on Hughesy's show with Gino and Kiki. Yeah, I wish I could pull one of those off over here. But you know.
You know what you should do? You should talk about your marriages in 9/11 to really get the views
going. You know, here's the deal, man. When you do
shows, your MGM programs, that was a real fucking.
When you do, but here's the deal,
man.
When you do shows, right? Something. You can't just go right to the one thing, and you got to put shit in because that's the stuff that comes back up later. Because I'll never remember that I talked about that, and somebody will bring it up later. Nice job handling Flat Broke earlier.
Leo Gunn, Leo Gunn was catching strays from Gino. That was great. I don't know why Leo become the pinhead.
And NJ Ranger 201 for $1.99. How are you doing this evening?
Where are you tonight, you fuckface? You were on every stream this weekend. Where were you not available tonight? Ranger?
I tried to get him.
Bastard.
I tried to get him on when we thought it was Mersh and Keanu. I tried to get him on, and he was like, "No, I have to rest." He has to rest
his voice.
He has to rest. He's got a big show coming up. He's got to prep for the weekend.
Yeah.
And so what do you call it?
This Ranger guy.
No, good guy. But let's go back up to Leo Gunn. Why did Leo Gunn catch heat? Leo Gunn caught heat.
I know the stud.
For the millionth time telling the story, but we've got new listeners. So Gino had a Christmas party at Sullivan's. And Gino was like, he's having a big Christmas party. He's inviting everyone. He got the second floor of Sullivan's. He made them bring in extra staff and waiters and waitresses and all that shit, and bartenders and whatnot. And the only person that went to the party was Big A. And that was it. And one funny thing about Gino is he's never embarrassed, right? Like anybody else would have taken that as a total own, you know? Oh yeah, I fucked up, whatever. Nope, not Gino. It was somebody else's fault. But I think Leo Gunn, if I remember, and Leo can correct me, I think Leo paid the tab for whatever it was or tipped the staff or something like that so that it would be less embarrassing.
I just thought
And
Gino calling him a pinhead was. I mean, I haven't heard that insult in a long time, so I just thought that was a funny thing to call Leo Gunn.
well, he is 58. I mean, he didn't say cool beans like I would. So
I'm gonna have to replace instead of the great Leo Gunn. I'm gonna be that pinhead Leo Gunn.
at least there's that. So
Great insult.
yeah. So I don't know if he's on it. We should send. What time is it? Mersh is probably going live. I should have said we should have sent him the link.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think he's gonna come on with you.
Eventful weekend. So we had the Mersh thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
We did talk about that last night. I haven't talked to him since. I think I did. I was going to. I did. No, I did send him a DM this morning.
Wait, he hasn't blocked you on Twitter? He's blocked me, and he hasn't blocked you. God damn it!
Oh no, he hasn't. Hold on a second. I got to take care of something.
Damn it, Mersh.
I mean, he might. He might. Hold on. I did, but I want to. I'm not giving up his side of stuff. And people are.
You already read
texting-
every single text he had. What could he
I
possibly
did
do
not.
without
I
picking you
didn't.
up?
I didn't. I read like little bits and pieces, sentences that I thought that were like okay and legit. I
Okay,
didn't.
Kiana.
I didn't really go into it. But the thing is, look, he disclosed. He gave his own thing.
Account.
Here I actually wrote longer than I. Oh yeah, I was said. Watch what I said before you think I posted DMs, etc. Then let's see if we two parasocial men can get this behind us. So that's what I said. You know what, Panhandler? That's what I said.
I hope he tells you to get fucked.
Hey, it's
No, he
it's-
even said didn't he even say in the clip that he doesn't hate you or whatever. He was just annoyed by you, and you are infuriating. I mean, it is enraging or whatever word to use. I'm like, Mersh, for once, you and I, simpatico.
Yeah,
get
but
it.
right, but the whole deal, the thing to me that made me the part that made me crazy was not that he got mad, not that any of these things happened, but that he completely misunderstood what I was talking about. Right? That he thought I was talking about his relationship, and that wasn't what I was talking about. I was really talking about the beating he had taken in the Dabbleverse, right? And it's like that's the problem sometimes with Twitter or DMs is like what you're thinking in your head and sending it out, but the person on the other end has a completely different thought in their head.
But much like Mersh, you're a smug prick. So imagine if I call you up one day and tell you took a beating. You're not going to want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you know it, you don't really want to hear it. Any of you guys don't want to hear like the kind of the truth or an opinion that doesn't really align with your own because we're all biased in how we see ourselves.
Right.
So
But
I could see why that message would annoy him.
But
like
in the
he wasn't
previ-
aware.
But maybe for a different reason. But in the previous week, if I had sent you a text message that said, "Yeah, it was a shit week," right, which is what
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha. So he all right. I missed that part.
look at this, Frankfurt. Finally, you're making him happy. Yes, Schmuel is very smug. Thank you, Panhandler.
You're welcome, Frank.
And yeah, we could Big W. Buckman and Tommy could name their morning show Buckman Tojo Overdrive. I've been trying to put a morning show together with Tommy for God knows how long, and we can't get there.
With you and Tommy?
Yeah,
I thought him and Milquetoast Neil were the team.
well, I think
Are
that I think that I might have given up, and then that's where they filled it in, or else Neil had the same idea. Parallel writing, I think you kids call it.
I would give that show about 5 minutes before you bailed.
I thought this was my thinking was I thought the funniest thing in the world to do would be to do a steel toe STEAL toe morning show where I do Aaron
Okay.
and Tommy does the co-host.
Okay.
Alternating between like Johnny Crutch is not
So you're
giving
gonna
a
pimp
fuck
Tommy out?
and some other lunatic, his other lunatic characters where I could get, pissed off at him and like you're not paying. Like I thought that would be funny.
Which one does Nick get the fuck out of the two of you?
No, we'd have to bring in a third co-host
Dealer's choice. All right.
for that. We'd have to bring in
Not gonna lie, I'd watch that.
we'd have to bring in some chick. I thought it would be fucking hilarious. And but it's like I can't get it together. Now, I don't know if it's me or if it's
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes.
But it's like
both yeses.
nothing ever fucking gets organized. And we don't, we don't, I don't know. I think it might be hard for him to sit down and actually like think about it.
You
know?
think?
So
Water wet? Any other observations you want to drop on me
so
while we're
this
here tonight?
M Benchmark 419, Schmuel and Kim Nicholson should do a show
That's a
together.
good idea.
I can think two people who seem to kick the Dabbleverse hornet's nest over more. I can't think of. And
Who is this benchmark? Whose alt is this?
I do not know, but I do know that that has been proposed. Whoa, that has been proposed to Kim dozens of times. Like I've been begging Kim to do a show, and I get nothing, no response. We talk a lot, we DM a lot on Twitter, and Kim gives me great ideas, but we haven't been able to put anything together. And I also think that Kim lives in a place that she does not have Wi-Fi at home. Oh, look at this. Stevie Lou celebrates 2 months of membership. Morning show with Nasty Neil. More like the morning show.
There's the
Home
Stevie
run,
Low.
Stevie.
There's the Stevie Low.
Home
Gotta throw in
run,
a little-
Stevie.
My boy Stevie.
I like Neil, but I
Me too.
don't.
He's a nice guy.
But I don't see him holding a show, like, holding the audience. Oh, look, it's Ray DeVito.
Oh, put him on air.
I'm gonna do that. Hold on a second.
He's gonna
Hey,
hang up immediately.
Ray. Hold on. Ray.
Yes.
I'm on live, so that people can hear you. So don't say anything dirty.
Well, then just call me back later.
All right.
Ask him if he's having car trouble.
Important to say.
What's up?
Seeing what you're doing this weekend.
Oh, I'm going to be at the Resorts Casino Hotel, seeing my favorite comedian Ray DeVito performing. I'm not kidding. We're on stream and the crowd is gearing up. I've got NJ Ranger saying he's going.
Is Ray
Mint
calling you
Diggity-
from the bathroom?
Mint Diggity is going on. All right, let's see. Kratom apparently is totally legal in New Jersey, just so you know.
I
And
would do kratom when I lift weights, and I haven't been lifting weights.
well, we'll find something that you can do while you're here. And this is Hey Ray, do me a favor. Where are you? Are you at your show, or are you finishing with your show? What?
No, I just did a spot at the Stands tonight. My show at the Stands tomorrow.
Really, what I'm asking you, Ray, is, are you in a place near your computer, and I can send you a link, and you can come on and sell some tickets? That's what I'm trying to get you to answer.
I can maybe let me get.
All right, I'll listen, dude. I'm not gonna keep you on the phone. I'll send you a link, and then if you can, you can. If we're here, and if not, we will do it later. Okay.
All right, man.
See you later, pal. Bye bye. Sorry, that, ladies and gentlemen, was Ray DeVito. All the important comedians call into Schmuel Talk. So there we go, and thank you, Stevie Lou, for the idea. But there we go. I'm sorry, Panhandler, I interrupted you.
No, it's Ray DeVito. You gotta stop everything when Ray calls. No, I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm sure I was shitting on you or your show. It'll come back to me.
We have to. Yeah. When Ray calls, you've got to.
Yeah, you got to drop everything. Absolutely.
got-
Like E.F. Hutton, right?
You've got to do it. This
Fuck,
is
we're old.
Mint Tickety. Sell some tickets. Laugh, laugh, laugh. I'm sure that Ray thinks that we're streaming to like 4 people, and all we're talking about is Stuttering John. Joe Rogan in the Epstein files. I unsubscribed. F the cabal. Well, I hope you unsubscribe from MLC too, because he's in there. And so Stallion 19. I can die happy now that I've witnessed a Schmuel
Right?
and Ray phone call live.
Well, Stalin, did you catch the MGM perks from earlier? So you missed it. Rewind if you missed that. It's been a real banger. This one.
So Stallion, I am actually I got my Motu M4 and I'm actually putting a phone line in it, or going to hook my phone up to it so that we can do calls live on the air.
Right. Well, you need one more device. I think
that
that's
would-
that's the idea. I like
that
it.
that would be fun. But
What the fuck could possibly go wrong? I love it.
I know, right? But I seem to have learned this okay, right? We've gotten through the night without any
Yeah, tonight
major,
you actually I can't really shit on you tonight.
without any
That.
major hiccups, and so slowly I progress, and as I told Cookie, I'm going to have a room full of equipment about a week before I die, and then you're going to walk in a week after I die and go, what the fuck do I do with all this shit? So
She'll give it to Tommy. Bequeath it to Tommy.
So I'm sure he's got 10 times more. Doodle 7508. Keanu could help with the phone in stuff.
Yeah, Keanu takes calls.
Oh, does she? I've had different people suggest different methods. Tukey uses like call in studio or something. I don't remember the name of it exactly. And then I think Keanu just uses Google Voice. But the issue is the routing it through.
Yeah, you just plug it into your board, though. I don't think it's that complex.
Oh, well, my board consists of a little box with a couple of holes in it. It's not like a board. You
Sounds like
I don't
my
have,
wife.
I don't have the
Ex-wife.
compound media Kumia board TriCaster unit.
I stepped on my
So
joke.
that's the deal. All right. So let's go first. Well, we asked this question already. What was your overview of Hughesy's stream with Gino and Keanu?
Well, I'm going to preface this first by saying I'm not one of these people that shit on Keanu or Gino a lot. I actually like Gino a little bit or tolerate him. I think he's kind of funny sometimes. However, like I said earlier, the show was going to shit. It heated up when you two got into it. And this is going to be very painful for me to say. Deep breath. I feel you did very well. And I don't have an explanation of how it happened or why it happened or what kind of performance enhancing drugs you're currently on. But you
Adderall,
remain calm.
baby,
You remain
Adderall,
calm.
Red Bull, and Diet Orange soda.
Yeah, so you were calm and kind of just stayed with your point and kept hammering it when he wouldn't answer a question and stuff. So yeah, no, I think you did well, which surprised me.
I just
And it makes me
TSN
sad.
Shuley for $19.99. Bravo, sir. Thank you, Shuley. Wow.
Is that really Shuley or
That's
a real
really
account?
Shuley.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the big time now.
I guess so.
A $19.99. Wow. Thank you, Shuley. That was great.
You know he's going to charge that back.
I know. Now I got to block him, right?
Right. That's your payoff for always defending him on the show.
Schmuel abusing Addy. Malware scan. I'm kidding. So I'm 64 years old. They don't give 64-year-olds Adderall. But I do have eye drops you can use. So there we go.
Has Shuley ever invited you on his show?
No. I was supposed to stream with him once on Hughesy's show, and I had just switched internet from Verizon and upgraded to a Verizon, and the new Verizon didn't work at all, and so I was completely fucked.
I thought you people stuck together. No, what's going on with that?
I've wanted to. I don't really have much to offer on the I would
Your
not
show?
have much to offer on
Oh.
the Uncle Rico stuff, though.
All right.
I don't think. I don't pay attention to John that much, and I dislike John. And it's I realize it's Dabbleverse stuff and blah blah blah, but it's like a visceral dislike because he reminds me of growing up with an alcoholic, and it's like you can get your shit together, buddy, you know, but I don't know what else has to go wrong in his life for him to do that, but apparently he doesn't seem to have.
Yeah,
There's nothing.
bruh. His kid changed genders and doesn't talk to him anymore, and one changed his last name. Yeah,
The
I
other
think
one-
that ship has sailed.
Right. And then the other daughter that he bought a car for, he stopped making the car payments because she wasn't calling him enough. So then the kid got stuck with the car and the car payments.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy. He's going to be a great father. So I just.
But would you go on if you were invited? I guess.
On Shuli? Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to, right? I mean, it'd
Right.
be
I
stupid
agree.
not
I
to.
100% agree. You would have to go
I would
for your
be
channel
stupid-
alone and their plugs. Yeah.
I
Different set
would.
of eyeballs.
Yeah, if I were to go on any of their shows, though, Point Dabble Point would be the one that I would. I think I would enjoy going on the most.
But do they only do that on Carl's channel, or they do it on Truly's channel too?
I think they alternate back and forth. But only because the deal with Point Dabble Point, right? In the beginning was, I think the idea was we're gonna have it's gonna be a round table, but we're at least gonna have one of 4 people that are sort of on John's side,
Right.
right? And they can't find anybody that's on John's side. But I do think that they should have somebody that calls them to task, you know, like ask them questions and kind of like at least play devil's advocate a little bit, you know, because otherwise what happens is you all sit around and, you know, you're like just jerking each other off kind of thing. And I don't watch, I hardly watch it anymore. You know, and not because I don't like those guys or anything, but it was just like, I don't know, the topic was dead. I mean, we know John's we know John's a piece of shit, but I'd like to ask questions about the lawsuit, stuff like that.
Do you think this is helping you get an invite onto the Truly Network?
I'm not as much as you people think I'm a clout chaser and whatnot. I'm not.
Mhm.
And you know, if I got on there, I'd be thrilled. And I you know, I am friendly with Shuli. I've said that a million times. So it's not that. But I think Carl could use a little ball busting. You know, this new Dabbleverse live show. I mean, come on. I want to know what it's about. Was it really about gatekeeping? Was it really about these smaller shows are starting to affect his bottom line and he wants to big time us all? Or did he just think it was a good idea? I mean, these are questions that should be asked, right?
I got like 11,000 views in 4 hours, which you know, pretty decent numbers. I don't know what the totals. I haven't looked since it went on this weekend or whatever, or was it Thursday? But it's hard to. I mean, Mike is probably the most professional broadcaster in this world, so him on a show is probably a good thing. I'm not a huge Carl fan, but I think he knows obviously what he's doing, how to put a show together and produce a show, and so. I don't know what. I'm surprised that I'm on the other side of this one. Everybody seems to be vent about it. I'm really
Well, did you listen to WATS? Did you listen to Who Are These Socials?
a little bit, yeah. Just because it was a lot, not very Dabbleverse heavy. You know, it's something different.
Who Are These Socials was a show that I listened to every week, right? Like, it was not a week went by that I didn't listen to that show. Now, I didn't listen to it necessarily when it aired, and they have a podcast form, so I would listen to it on the subway. But I enjoyed that show a lot, and it introduced me to a lot of people that I would never have been introduced to otherwise. Christopher Martin, 1972. Carl stated today on PDP that he's going to reach out to you and NJ Ranger to be on. He didn't specify which show around the 22-minute mark. Thank you,
Oh,
Chris
so-
Martin, for $4.99. NJ, boom, boom, boom.
So, because Ranger was on with you last night, is that what's going on here? I'm really getting squeezed out, Ranger, you bastard. You're lucky I'm not coming to AC, Ranger. I'll grab you by that chest hair of yours and swing you around,
You need a better you just need that better vocabulary and
or
lose
to be
about
able to speak,
25 years and have the girls all like,
enunciate.
"Oh, I want to rub my fingers through his hairy chest."
You know what? I'll put my roster up against Rangers privately anytime he'd like.
No, look, we could all put our rosters up, but the thing is that our best days are behind us. You know,
Yeah, I'm
and
talking out of half the side of my face.
his
Thanks
are
for the update.
his are in the future, right? Like if you were gonna bank on somebody, you're gonna lend money to somebody, you'd lend it to him more than me because you'd figured that he'd live long enough to pay it back. You know. So Kim Nicholson, I need to see that panhandler kiss kiss.
See what, my roster?
And look at this, NJ
Well, I don't know.
Ranger. It's a
Yeah.
pretty good face
Yeah,
still,
no,
panhandler.
it's screwing me. Rangers screwing me. Him and Footberg have
But
it
this
out
is
for
how
me.
you can tell it's Ranger, because anybody else would have written, it's still a pretty good face, panhandler, and he wrote, it's a pretty good face still, panhandler. NJ Ranger, it sucks DMing back and forth with him because I want to check I want to run everything through a grammar checker first. But I love NJ Ranger. But Kim Nicholson, we need to stream. You should be on here with the panhandler and I.
No, you and her. I think would be a good show, or at least she should be on for like an interview or a one-off or something.
Dude, I've been trying. I've been right, Kim. I've been trying. And Kim really has some good opinions about the Dabbleverse. But then again, you never know. Maybe she's a lunatic.
She's a woman, so yeah, she's a lunatic. yeah. This is a safe assumption.
See, that's where you and I disagree. I like the women's. I think we need more women's podcasting in this in our universe.
You know what? I 100% agree with that. I think that show that Dean did a couple Saturdays ago was great with the ladies' night or whatever. I think there should be more. I think as KB had Cankle Talk debut the other day, and she did a good job with Evie Mux, and she was just like you, grifting off the super chats. And as soon as she got her money, she bailed. So she's going to be a guy pretty soon. No, I do think, as much as I hate them all, I do think it's a good idea to have a different perspective and have a woman's perspective and have some more women on stream. 100%.
And I'm friendly with Jack. No, I keep saying Jackie. I'm friendly with Haley, and Haley gives me advice, and I look at her stuff, and she's killing it. With Pretty Antisocial, like they're killing it. But I will say that woman puts in a lot of work.
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, she's very type A. She's like, she's anal and not being perverted. Yeah, just she's just like Carl, very regimented, and she's going to do her stuff.
Kim
and even
Nichols-
I'm sorry.
Kim Nicholson, no, don't leave me alone with.
Yeah, I know the feeling that you're smart. You're smart to think to take that approach, Kim. No, but even KB, I mean, she figured out EV Mux pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to KB stream.
Yeah, she's very, very smart. So Lady KB is going to be doing a stream. Is that what you're
Cankle
saying?
Talk, yes.
Oh wow, that should be.
Actually, I think Lady KB and the other ginger from Pretty Antisocial should definitely at least do one show. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah, I would.
I'm not being sarcastic for once either, by the way.
Frankly, I think Kim Nicholson is like she's. There's something that you need to do this, right? Among people, I don't have it, but some people do, and I think like Kim Nicholson has it.
Well, I like Kim. She's obviously not afraid to mix it up, and she gets in all these beefs here and there, either on X or in the chat. So I like that. Like, kind of agitates things and keeps things interesting. So yeah, she's got a personality for it.
And she did hit the ground running, right? Like she was on Tukey and stuff, and she filled in. I think it was that like one of her first streams, and boom, she filled in. It was no, my original Schmuel streams were just awful. My original guest
Unlike this
appearances were awful.
Unlike this one.
and this. But there you go. So
Yeah, enough labia washing. Enough. Do it.
I I can't lady wash enough.
Labia. Jesus Christ.
I know. I realize what you said. I realize what you said. You know what they say about chicks with big noses, right?
Tell me.
Giant labia. Um, so uh, on on the Geno thing, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough segue. Go for it.
I would. We've asked him to come on, right?
Yes,
You
I've
did.
asked
Your
him.
family
I've asked
asked
him.
him. He said no.
And he let me. I asked you, can I share this response with Schmuel? And he said yes, and I shared it with you, and it was pretty definitive, I would say.
Right. And I'm a nobody and I'm this and I'm that and my personally my biggest issue when it comes to Gino these days is you talk all this shit but we're not seeing anything. It's like it's stuttering Johnish, right? You're telling me how great you're doing, but I'm watching the world fall down around you. And and like I said, look, the thing he got lucky. Keanu is probably the best thing that ever happened to him, but don't blow that, you know. And so there we go.
Yeah, but
Kim, if you
he'd probably admit that though.
Kim Nichols, it's a lot easier to be a guest. Yes, Kim, it is. But if you came on here, I'd make you feel like a guest. And
No, he wouldn't, Kim.
I don't
But
ever
you still
ask.
should come on.
I don't ever ask my
No, you
co-host
don't
to
ask
do
him.
anything
Right. No, thank God.
as evidenced by the JMO interview.
Yeah.
All right. So, but Gino's not admitting that things are not going well, right? I mean, and and even the 30K, like that whole thing, it's really embarrassing. All right. And people may be lying about it, but if you're not telling the truth, they're going to just make shit up.
But at the same time, it's none of my fucking business
Right.
what his finances is or aren't or yours.
Well,
You know
it's,
what I'm saying? Like that's the approach I take. It's none of my. It's not my concern. It doesn't affect me. It's
but
none of
you,
my business.
but
Right?
you can't say, but this is the problem with that is that's legitimate. It's 100% legitimate. Right. But not if you've been going around for 2 years telling everyone how much better you are than they, calling them losers with no lives, and no friend. Like you can't shit all over people, and then when it turns and it faces you, you can't all of a sudden say, it's none of your business.
What are you talking about? This is America. This whole country is propped up on credit. And then if somebody talks bad on you, you just bomb the shit out of that country. So yeah,
Okay.
Gino's being a fucking American.
All right. All right. And
He's
this
being
is
very patriotic as far as I'm
crap.
concerned.
Gino critiques other men's careers, but he's lucked into a woman paying for his entire life. And NJ Ranger for $1.99. Gene counts and feels entitled to others' money,
Okay.
though. And that's my point. Is Gino is always counting everybody else's shit. Gino's always telling everybody else what to do, right? And that's my point. Like if he wasn't doing that, if I'm just trying to come off the top of my head with somebody. But let's say Levy, if this happened to Levy, you're right. You shouldn't be able to. It's his business. You shouldn't be talking to him about it. You shouldn't be asking questions. Okay. But if it happened to KB, I mean, come on. That
Yeah, because
would be
KB talks about I don't like KB so obsessed with money, and again, not like he gives a shit, but he loses me with the playboard, and it's just a repetitive loop that I don't find interesting. I don't care what another grown man makes. I don't. It's none of my business. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I've got my money. I've got my money problems, like just like everybody else. Like it doesn't. Nobody in the Dabbleverse is making fuck you money. So what are we talking about here? Right?
right.
There's
I,
no billionaires. There's no 100 millionaires. There may be a few millionaires. Great. Which in this day and age, and the worth of dollar isn't even that much. So what are we doing?
yeah. And I have a note written down Here I was writing notes today, and one of my notes it just says the pores. I get so fucking tired of Carl saying that, because it's like I hear Melton say it, and I don't take it as him like being insulting or whatever. And I may just be cutting him some slack, but when Carl does it, it always feels to me like, oh, the pores, right? Like he's looking down on the pores, like, look at me, look at how successful I am, and I'm like, you know, you're basically living at the largesse of these people, right?
Right, but
Like,
Carl is very condescending, kind of like you. Where Patrick, even though him and I fight like 13-year-old girls sometimes, that he makes it fun and laughs and jokes. And he, no matter how big his show is or how small his show is, he'll interact with the chat, um, whether it's a super chat or a super tip or just in the chat in general, whether he likes that listener or that username or whatever or not. Like that's part of the, I think, attraction of Patrick's show is it's very much involved with the chat. It's obviously some shows more than not. Where Carl does, he does seem to look down at the viewers. I mean, or the listeners.
yeah, and one of the experiences I had with Carl was they did an ATP segment on Quad and I, and like a beef we had or whatever. And then I don't know, a month or so later, my name came up, and Carl was like, I don't know who that is. Like, oh, I don't know the name. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you fucking met me, dude. You know, like, what, like, and it also didn't seem like he didn't know who I was. It seemed like he didn't want to say he knew who I was. And I've seen that, and I don't know if it's intentional, but I've seen it with him with other smaller streamers where he'll do that. And I don't, that's when it feels like it's big timing. Now I may talk to him and find out that it's not and I'm misunderstanding, but to use a panhandler term, it felt like a power move.
I don't mean to name drop or anything, but I've had a meal with Carl and his wife, and they were very nice. And his wife actually was very nice. But I don't expect him to remember me, right? He does a lot of events. Your situation may be different, right? But we did sit together for a couple hours or maybe an hour and a half at least, like right across the table from one another. But I don't expect him to remember me. He probably he does right, he does his DabbleCon or whatever events in Detroit or Rochester, as well as the stuff in Hackamania, or then they do one in Tampa or the St. Pete area. So
Mm-hmm.
he probably does meet a lot of people or a lot of listeners.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
you
I guess it's possible. But Adam Bush remembered me, right, and had met me fewer times.
Well, he's part of the
And
tribe too, right? Maybe that's
and talked to me
there you go.
fewer times. I think Adam is like the rest of us. I don't think he's a full member of the tribe. I gotta. This is very funny. Malware scan. Schmuel, if you stop dick eating these streamers and trust your chat, we will propel you past them. Thank you, Thank you, malware
Malware
scan.
is the coolest motherfucker in the Dabbleverse. You should listen to him.
I
He is an actual outlaw.
I do
Like all these
not
guys
look.
that talk shit,
Mhm.
he lives it. So
I know. Believe me. I've heard about malware and the amazing women. That's the main story I've heard with him, and how much people like him and stuff. What I admire about malware is that I can go back and forth with him in the chat, and it doesn't get reduced to just stupid name calling. You know, uh, and
well, he's
I
an MLC guy, so he knows how to do this.
I
Like that's
I
where he comes
I
from.
I enjoy the guy. I think he I think he's around long before MLC, isn't he?
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
I think Brendan. I guess I should have a Brendan guy.
And Mint Diggity, yeah, to your face, I'm sure it will suck you off. Um, I have a feeling. I'll tell you what. I got the feeling that he thought I was odd or weird because
Yeah,
of
we all
like
do.
my age or
Oh,
something. Like, oh, who's this creepy guy saying hello to me? And then I've had decently long conversations with Jenny, you know, and she's a doll,
She's very nice.
you know, and
Mhm.
so is Lucy. Um, whoever this, I can't even remember, whatever. Schmuel finding out about the I don't even know who that is move. Um, yeah, I'm not finding out about it. I saw
You
it.
were insulted
So
by
can
it.
I tell you something really funny? So you see this guy, the
Yes, he
name.
hates everyone. Yes, I know
So
him. Yes, very well.
I set up a Ko-fi months ago. I never did anything with it. I went in to check on it um, about a week ago because I'm like, oh, I got to sit down. I got to get this Ko-fi set up, the Patreon. You know, I really need to treat this with the respect that it's due. And there was a $3 donation in there, private from anonymous, that was please ban CCC KKKK from the chat. That was the message, and I should pull it up. So, but I didn't do it. And Panhandler, how are her cans?
I honestly don't remember. We were sitting next to each other, so I don't know. Plus, I'm not going to answer the question.
I'm with you. It's somebody else's wife, so you
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
really
I'm a
like.
disgusting pig, but I try not to be about
You,
married women.
it's like you try not. It's I don't know, but and it comes with like the older. Well, it's either age or class. I'm not really sure, but it comes with that where you learn to not like look at somebody else's wife, you know. Um, but yet you could turn your head and standing next to her could be some smoking blonde, and that you just you know you can lose all of your class right there. Um, and Pova the clown, just Carl's wife, had bomb ass titties. Um, the thing about Carl's wife that I will say about the two of them is she seems like one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And I saw her and Carl in a conversation once. I was just like, oh, I see why these two were together. You know, like just the way they were interacting with each other. It was love. It was love. Um, so
Oh, my dogs are
very
going crazy. Sorry.
cool. That's all right. Um, so all right, let's run through this so we can get this shit all wrapped up. Um, the Gino Keanu thing I found interesting. It was the first time though that I have gone one on one with Gino where he didn't get somebody. He usually tries to get a third party in. He did it to me with Ski Mask, or he won't come on, or he'll come on and yell that I'm what do you call it? A piece of shit and a nobody, and then disappear from the screen. And then somebody sent me some stuff. This is months ago, and it was like every show that Gino was on, he was complaining about the Dabbleverse, and I was the person that he was using to represent the Dabbleverse. Like this, he could not fucking stop thinking about me, and it was just it was so weird. So like tonight when he's sitting there like you're a nobody, you got nothing, you got this. It's like first of all, I'm not going to run through my resume, you know, and I'm not going to dox myself to prove things to Gino. Um, but my God, man, talking about getting $750 to do a show on the 15th of February. I mean, come on. Eh, You know,
Again, we're all losing it. We're not. Nobody is super famous in this world. Nobody's again making a ton of money. I see reels in the chat. Maybe him, big swinging dick with the wallet. But there's not too many guys that have a ton of money. So it's just all so silly to me that you make this or you make that. Uh, Again, who gives a fuck? Like it's so weird to me. Sorry, my dogs are going
this
nuts.
is from my buddy Reels. I don't know if you can see those.
Hemorrhoid cream.
Nicotine lozenges. The wife has put down the foot, and I have to really quit smoking cigars. So I've been sucking nicotine lozenges for a week. Brack. Gino had to sit down at his wife's podcast studio to lose. Think about that. You made a guy lose while he's sitting in his wife's set.
At least he sat down.
Well, he kind of had to, right? Because that was the thing because you gotta know. I mean, Keanu, for all everyone says about her, she seems to have a spine and a backbone, and they had to have been affected by the clips from Ozzy with Gino yelling in the background and him looking like a fool doing that. And it was like, look, either you do the show or your wife does. What did I say? I don't know if that's what I said to him. I go, or why don't you join us and not just be destroying your wife's spot? She's just trying to do a show, you know? Like why are you destroying? And it's like, but I don't know what it was. Is he just sits down? But it's the same repetitive shit all over, all over again. And I'm sorry, but I don't believe for a minute that he didn't think when he left Compound, I'm going to be the big cheese. Everything is going to be great, you know? And reality fucking bit him in the ass. And reality bites you in the ass. It happens. It happens to all of us, you know? And you learn from it. You don't double down on the shit that got you to you getting your ass bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I was making a lot of money and now I'm not. So it happens to everybody. I don't know. Oh, hold on. I gotta go kill this dog. I'll
Yeah,
be
go
right
ahead.
back.
Cool. NJ Ranger $1.99. If we get on with Carl, immediate P boom bomb palm P bomb P bomb. Sorry, I fucked up your tweet there and post there, NJ. I'm just not great with the colors. They fuck up my old brain. But BMC 30. Gino's a professional comedian. He's trying to big time people who aren't comedians and just do this for fun. Yes. But I think maybe what happens is like, so is it that he's such a big time comedian that he can't understand why people do, like, how do people have fun at this? This is my job. I think there's that part of it, but I've also got to believe that there's got to be a certain amount of Gino, like, I've done this for years and years and years, and I'm not getting respect, and people aren't liking me, and these fucking morons come on the air, and they're having a good time, and they're enjoying themselves, and there's got to be some of that, and but he was really hurt when I said the thing about Lewis, where Lewis said he couldn't have him on a show, and Lewis said he didn't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I didn't think he really addressed that, but I heard you say that. I mean, I heard him say that Lewis, was said thanks. Gino was great early in his career, and this, that, the other thing. But I don't think Gino really addressed the other part that you mentioned.
Well, he said he didn't hear that part. He just heard the
Okay.
part where Lewis was said he was doing great, and I wouldn't have even brought that stuff up, but he was bringing up, how Lewis was saying that he was doing so great. So I was like, well, let's play the last, let's play the last half of the sentence. But of course, it's because I see his name in the chat, because I'm a Dixon ball washer. I mean, I think that's where Gino's real hate for me stems from.
Hey, where are you, David?
God.
No, I'm just saying with the Gino thing and the Lewis thing, it goes back to what we talk about all the time, that none of you idiots can just say, yeah, I fucked up, I lost, and take the L and move on. You know what? I should have not said this, or I should have listened or worked better with Aaron Berg, or whatever example you want to use with Gino, or in your own life or in my own life. But guys on stream, for some reason, have this, aversion to saying, yeah, this was a bad move. I fucked up. It just so I don't get it. I don't understand that you guys, everybody having these huge egos. It's crazy to me in this little world, but here we are.
Look, I don't think I have a huge ego, but I think you do need to have some ego to do this. Because if I were rational, right, and had the normal ego or whatever, I wouldn't be doing like I wouldn't do this because it's like the level of abuse that you have to take. You know, all that stuff is like you kind of have to walk through. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, but at the same time, so it's like I don't know. There's a fine. I don't know where it is, right? But there's a fine line. Like you're taking a lot of. You can take a lot of abuse. People can come at you. You have to learn to ignore that. But at the same time, there's a bunch of people that come at you. Or I didn't mean a bunch, but there are certain people that if they come at you with stuff, that's when you got to go. Oh, if Panhandler feels that way,
Yeah, nobody's
then
saying that.
maybe there's something to it.
Yeah, I would take more weight if if I were you or I had a show and Patrick said something, or I'd probably listen to even Kevin, even though he's a different type of streamer. You know what I'm saying? The bigger show is say something, you probably want to listen. I would think, or Carl. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least consider it. I'm not saying automatically do what they say, but just like take a pause.
Yeah, Doodle 7508. No one around these parts takes an
Right. That's
L.
what I've been saying. I agree, dude.
See, but
100%.
I I don't. But the question becomes, what is an L? You know, I fucked up. I feel like I've taken some L's. Like I've admitted that I fucked up, and I've done my penance.
I mean, a classic example would just be the John and the Shuli network. They're constant back and forth. Now they're to lawsuit land with this nonsense.
Yeah, but that's all.
Because number one, John was too dumb and didn't lean into it 3 or 4 years ago and just be in on the get or on the bit and laugh along and make some more money. Instead, he becomes this even more hateable guy. And now in TSN, I'm sure made some missteps along the way too. Nobody can admit anything. They're striking each other's channels and shit. I mean, this is all insanity. What Premium had a great comment a few weeks ago that stuck with me, and we didn't put it up. But like, what happened to the laughs, right? Like the jokes. We all or most of us are in this world because we like stand-up comedy or we like certain comics. We like the kind of the. That's why I loved MLC the other day with Bob and Chad and Florentine for a little bit, or even Earl came on. Um, to hear like the green room stories or the tour stories or a different story about a comedian or their interaction with that comedian. And now it's just like all this pissing and moaning over nonsense. It's insane. I don't know where I'm
Yeah,
going with that. But
I agree. Thank God I'm not part of the pissing and moaning.
me too.
But uh, there's a chat. It's from the final boss, and it says, "What is an L? Great topic for a show." And but sometimes I
We'll
think
do a
people.
list.
But I do no, but I do think that like sometimes you say, nobody will take an L. Nobody will take an L, and I think like everything else, there's degrees of that, right? So when I spurged out on Rochi, um, I admitted I spurged out on Rochi. I overreacted, and those things. But at the same time, it was like, well, I can, self-flagellate and walk around and, beat myself up for having done this, or I can go, well, this is what I did. How do I turn that from a negative, if not into a positive, at least into something neutral, right? And so you almost have to be that way, because if you're not that way and you let something like that get to you, you're not going to stream. That's for sure, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying you nail yourself to a cross. Well, bad reference with you, but you know what I'm saying. Like like Kevin, for example. He's never going to admit he did anything wrong or could have did something better, or maybe going after Bob that hard, in 2023 in the summer, and not streaming with him for a year and a half, 2 years. He'll never admit that shit, right? I'm talking about bigger things, not like little things. And I'm not even saying you have to wear it forever, but just be like, yeah, I fucked up. Like you said, that stream when you were in the car about Ashley or getting the link or whatever the fuck that was in the chat, and you said, yeah, it was a bad look. Okay, and then you move on. There's not a lot of that in this universe. That is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you. But Kevin almost can't. Kevin can't his whole shtick is not to do that, right? This is for the person that asked what flagellation means, but it's self-flagellation. So there you go. But
That's
Kevin can't do.
asphyxiation, young old
But
wives.
Kevin can't do that. You know, like, because it's his entire shtick is not to do that, right? So it would be so counter to his image. I can't imagine him doing it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's ever going to happen either. I'm saying, as a big MLC Kevin Brennan Burning Bridges fan, it's getting old. Like, it's getting, you're all losers. Everybody's a loser, but he is. Like, enough, man. You know, like it's just not. Yes, he can have very funny shows and very good shows, absolutely. But it just, I'm just speaking, giving my opinion as an MLC guy, as a Kevin guy. It's like, enough, man. We get it. You're smarter than everybody. Every streamer is the smartest guy in the room, and as a viewer, it just gets like tiresome.
Yeah, look, but in the whole deal about taking, oh, look at, he's in the chat, MLC podcast.
No, that's not really him. I don't think that's
okay.
him.
All right.
That'd be great though if it was.
But for Kevin, taking an L is going to be different than somebody else taking an L, right? Like, taking an L for me might be coming on stream and saying I fucked up and did it. Kevin taking an L might be taking somebody's advice and toning it down or slowly changing it. But Kevin's not going to ever come out and say, oh, I fucked up. Ray DeVito is a great guy.
Holy shit.
Now,
Hold on.
I have a private message for...
Can you hear me? Shut up for a second.
Oh.
You're on air.
I have a private message for... Can you hear me? Shut up for a second.
All right. What are you asking me to be quiet still, or are you?
No, it was KB, but there was a delay, so he hung. So
all right. So look in the private chat for you, and then guys we have 89 people in this room. Do we want Ray DeVito on or not? 1 if we do, 2 if we don't, and if KB will come on, then we'd have.
I'm gonna try and call him back.
Yeah, if KB will come on, sorry, we'll find somebody else to do it. And all right, where are we? I got one. Da 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 da. I got 2 ones. 89 people, 2 ones. I got a 2. This chat was flying a minute ago. I ask a question and it stops dead. All right, 1. No, it's good.
He just wanted us to know it was really him in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Wow. All right. My bad.
I thought it was. Well, welcome, KB.
I thought he was Kevin Brennan
2
on the YouTubes. I thought he was Kevin Brennan 666 in the YouTubes on his screen name, but maybe it changed back. I don't know.
MLC podcast uno. All right, I'm gonna send Dr. DeVito the link here, and let's see if we can get Ray on. Serious questions only, folks. Ray DeVito, boom, and we've got it. All right. I also have. I need to get off. At least, I'm going to say 11:15, so I make it 11:30. But I do have to get off, so we can't go on with Ray that long. But we sent Ray the link, so voting has ended. And there we go. Dave Sauer, he's reading emails probably at the computer. So, so Panhandler, talk more shit about MLC. Tell us all the stuff you were saying earlier when he wasn't on.
No, I wasn't. I was just saying, I prefaced it by saying that he's still a funny guy. He's still one of my favorite shows. I'm a KB guy. I'm just saying the loser stuff kind of loses me. And I also said he doesn't give a shit what I think. nor should he. But yes, I am a little embarrassed. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah,
That's pretty goddamn
if my
funny.
face could turn red, it would be right now.
Yeah. Now, look, KB does what KB's gonna do. Hold on a second on Twitter. Sorry, this is Ray DeVito asking for the link. Twitter, and he has the link. Yeah, Brian Landon test stream.
Exactly.
Backtracker.
We'll have Doodles chat too. That's actually kind of funny.
Poor Panhandler. Penny is a KB bull washer. Oh boy, was he busted.
That's what you get for sending Jake Hudson a link, Kevin.
You know what? We all know that he may have half his face not working, but 100% of his face gets red.
Doodle just said something that I took the L.
MLC podcast. I do a show every day. There was going to be some repetition. Some we could live with. But KB, answer a real question. What the fuck is with Karmic? Does he really bring in the super chats? I mean, I understand if that's why you've got him on, but god damn it.
Well, I think he wanted him on with the other day with Florentine and Chad and Bob. He was trying to get Felicia on. Like, I think that was kind of the reasoning that Carmax was on. He didn't really want Carmax. He wanted Felicia on.
Yeah.
On the 10th anniversary show.
Yeah. Here we go. MLC podcast. Karmic X is a great man.
Yeah, now he's going to tell us he loves Jake Hudson too, you fucker.
Hey, Jake Hudson was the best podcast you ever did. Look at Buckman doing an epic backpedal. Don't act like just Panhandler, Schmuel. Nah, I'm not backpedaling. Nah, KB and I don't get along. I don't have to backpedal. You know? And although today was the first day that I heard that, what do you call it? Kevin was sniping a show that I was on, and I was actually pleased. So, because I think it's the first time. It's like,
yeah, because he hates Gino more than he hates you. I wouldn't be, too excited about that.
Hey,
right?
You got to take your victories where they
that's
lie.
True. With Kevin, probably. Yeah, that's probably all right.
You know what I mean? You can't, So, somebody said that talking about this show, which is Free Chat MLC, and I'm like, yeah, let's hope one day that I can continue to afford to do this. So don't feel afraid of sending in some super tips or super chats. And I should look at this. There's nothing over there. Gilly, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 what? Give me your Panhandler. Okay. And I know that there's a possibility you might stream with her one day, and you want to temper what you say, but let's do Gilly first. Do you find Gilly attractive?
I don't find her as unattractive as everybody else, but I don't. Half my face works, so me like kind of ragging on people's looks doesn't really fly, right? There is kind of hypocrisy police. I can't really say somebody's ugly when this is going on, and it wasn't too great to begin with, right? What did MG say?
MG Day, you're both starstruck, and she's laughing.
The funny thing is, because I used to like text Kevin a couple of things, like just information or ideas for a show, or in case something didn't happen. Not like he doesn't have 100 other people doing that. And if he ever replies, it takes about 3 weeks, and it's usually an emoji. So the fact that he called is kind of funny. But yes, I do feel like a real jackass right now.
For me,
desperately trying to walk it back.
The level of KB heat and hate that I've gotten, having him in the chat, I got to admit, I'm not sad about that, right? And I had Nick Rekieta in last night. Ding, 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 ding. So there we go. All the biggins are turning. They're all coming over here. But
I can imagine the super chat I'm gonna have to send to get back in the good graces.
Penny's trying to say he produces.
Yeah, right.
MLC
That's exactly
now.
what I'm saying. No, that's not Riles,
100% real.
I
It's
stepped
100%.
no, that's not what I'm. Dave Serra does that stuff. I'm saying just random things. No, fuck off,
And
Riles.
so,
Asshole.
Reels, I need you to teach me how to smoke cigars that won't make me with the. I like these cheap Dominican cigarillos, but I smoke like 8 of them a day, so that's what I gotta do. So I gotta start. The final boss, hardest Schmuel has ever laughed. So there we go. Laundry room. Ricada is a creep. I, whether you believe that or don't believe that, I get it, but that's not the point. you know, the point is, if I had Osama bin Laden in the chat, I'd be like, holy shit, Osama bin Laden was in the chat. So I was very surprised to see Ricada in the chat. And I have to say that I did Ricada's win over Josh Moon with the body cam thing. I thought was hilarious because they were so like, fuck him, fuck him. Look at this. Look who's joining
Oh, boy.
us.
What's up? I don't know if this is gonna be good because there's music.
I know you're gonna get me. You're gonna get me copyright struck.
Yeah, let me see. Let me get out where there's no music.
All right,
Even
maybe
if I'm
maybe
outside.
there's like a CVS on
And
the
I'll come
corner or
back.
something. All right, cool. Bye. Nobody got that reference, I'll bet. Go ahead.
Yes, I did, because that's the last time he was on with you. He was in a CVS with the dog. Well, that should endear us to KB with Ray on, so that should really smooth things over.
Where's wait, I've been missing him. I see MBS is in there. Mr. Blue Sky. I even produced a little for Clowntown. Big W is 90% though.
I would say 95% W is the
I-
straw that stirs the drink, and Povo half the sleep half the time.
Mr. Blue Sky does the bestest Cool Duckman, but he's also an amazing, even more so, an amazing Kevin Brenner when he does that. And John Mack 86 for $5.15. The Sultans of Suck. Thank you, Johnny Mack. We really like that. There we go. I second that. Send Mo the link. I don't know who we talking about with Mo. Are they meaning J-Mo or Chow
I
Mo?
believe so. I have no idea.
All right. $5 from Leo Gunn. Since we're getting all gay, who was calling me dreamy earlier? I'm getting DMs. Make sense, Schmuel. That was me, my friend. That was me. Don't stand too close.
Yeah, you're a pinhead, Leo Gunn.
I said I met
Gino.
you at, yes. Gino had called you a pinhead earlier. I said I got to meet you at Ray's birthday party, and you're dreamy, just like all the girls say. So there we go. And somebody put this is funny. Luke DeBlind, 2 moles already have the link, and I was thinking no 2 moles are streaming together.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
there we go.
6 of one, half dozen the other.
Did they say J-Mo bleached his hair blonde? He's on a Dabbleverse evolution arc. He's finding himself. Yes, the Sultans of Swing by the Dire Straits, Johnny Mack, 515.
Yeah.
Sultans of Swing was Ray's background music. Oh, shit. We lost it. Hold on. We'll get back there. Sultans of Swing was Ray's background music in case it went over Buckman's head. No, it did not. I knew it was Sultans of Swing. I thought you were making a joke. And you didn't have to spend another $5.15 to get that up there, Johnny. But thank you for that.
Johnny
We
Mack
really
is a very
appreciate
generous
it.
donator to you.
Ice Dancer number 3. Where's the damn duck hat? Ice, just for you. There it is. So I wore it for Keanu earlier. So I decided to switch hats for the late show. So I'll tell you what, Ray, you should stop reading the free chat. Have you been on Ray's show?
No. Ray won't have me on the show.
Man, he gets so pissed off at you if you read the chat. Like he really gets pissed off. Not as bad as I get pissed off, but he gets pissed off. So
Is it because he doesn't read the chat? That why he doesn't want you doing it? So he doesn't want to hear what's or
he doesn't want
conveyed.
he doesn't want you engaging with the free chat because he thinks that keeps from people super tipping
It's
or
just the
super
chat.
chatting, which people say is true. I mean, it's probably true, but I mean,
Again,
there has to be a mix though, right? Like, you know,
I would think, so, especially for smaller shows. I mean, we talked about earlier. Patrick engages with the chat just as much as the super chatters or the super tippers or whatever. So I guess it depends on your show. I don't think KB really. I think KB scans the free or the chat, but he doesn't really acknowledge it unless he has a question or he needs an answer or something he doesn't want to look up. Um,
uh,
yeah, but
Dave.
I think there is a point where your smaller shows. When do you make that transition or try and push towards more like super chats or super tips or whatever, and not as many of the regular chats. But that's
Well,
up to you
you
guys.
wind up. I'll tell you what's happening in my experience is that you reach a point where the chat moves so fast you can't see it, like you can't read it, so you tend to go more with the super chats. So my attitude towards it is, I like the free chat. I don't want to lose the free chat. But if you have something you really want to get out there, you really want to say, super chatting is definitely the way to go. Uh, you know, but some of these shows like Melton or whatever, I think it would just be because he's doing it by himself, like I'm doing it by myself. Although usually we have the mod is in here, it's tough to do it. It's tough to keep up with it. And then what happens is that's bad though is that you recognize names, and since you're not really reading them before you put them up, you're like, oh, I see Big W is in here. You know, I'm going to put up, and yes, your studio is dope because I know that he's not going to put up a, you know, anti-Semitic, race-filled hate rage
Like I would,
like you would,
right?
you know. So, and Date's in the chat. We got Datewa in the chat. We don't need a Kevin Brennan. So I'll tell you that. Malware scan. Malware helping me out. Would you read that?
Malishkan, do not take it. Buckman, do not take advice from Ray. The reason you're winning now is because your engagement with the chat, which I agree with. Like I do agree, the chats for some of these smaller shows is where it's at. But obviously, I'm very biased because I like the chats and I like to fuck around in the chats and go back and forth with either the chatters or the host or whatever. But yeah, no, I agree that the whole reason I started hanging around your show was the chat. It definitely wasn't you,
That's what. Look, I'm not stupid. I mean, I
right?
knew that, right? It was the chat, and to be honest, if it weren't for the chat, I wouldn't have hung around
Yeah.
because I found it entertaining and helping with the shows. So, yeah, I'm not trying to make a million, but I there's a certain amount of the respect is not the right word, but it is nice to get super chats. It's like nice to turn off end the stream and see that there was actually revenue for this. And, but it does take, this does take a lot of time, right? And it takes work and it takes energy, stuff like that. Brian Lennon test stream. Are you retired, Schmuel? How do you have the time? The answer is no, I'm not retired. Semi-retired. Should be fully retired by the end of the year. I said August before. But Brian, thank you for the $2. So the answer is no, I am not. And how do I have the time? Come back here at 2, 3 in the morning when I'm doing, there it is, when I'm doing the work that I have to do, or when I'm getting up at 7:30 and then immediately sitting at a desk. So there we go. But it does take a lot of time. I mean, some guys, there's like, I think a Mersh could probably do it. Some guys, they could probably just turn on, they could just turn on the computer and just talk for 3 hours. I can't. I need
Hey,
so
there-
much like input and stuff to get. And that's actually what happened last week is like I was like none of this interested me. And I was so tired of everything. It was like, let me just not. I'm better off not streaming. So,
Yes.
you know, there we
Stream
go.
less.
Yeah, fuck you.
Scarcity. Scarcity is the
you.
way to go. That's not a very nice way to talk to me.
You know what I do? I do laugh at how people complain that there are people that go, oh, you stream so much, you're always on. And I look at the amount of hours that I stream versus other people, and I'm in the low end. So
Again, who gives a fuck? It's
there
your
we
life.
go.
If you want to do it, do it. Like same with let's try and get back in Kevin's good graces. If he wants to stream 8 times a week, then let him.
Yeah, but
Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't affect my life how many times you stream
Shut
a
up,
week.
Schmuel.
No, it
I just never got that insult. I never got that like digging on people because they stream so much.
So
If you enjoy it, if it's a hobby, if you have the time, who gives a fuck?
yeah, it also depends upon who it's coming from. But I got to imagine that there are people that have gotten into the streaming thing and have like wound up losing their job because this becomes their focus. You know, I'm sure that there's at least one attorney who lost his job because they were totally into the Dabbleverse. John Mack, you have $5 million in the bank. If not, no retirement for you, sir. You need to sustain Cookie's lifestyle. Well, Johnny Mac, let's hope it's Cookie that's got the $5 million in the bank, and we can do it. And that's part of. It's also weird to me. It's like I find it amazing. So Stuttering John wants to get Tukey to fight him in Vegas, right? And he's like, I got $500. And I'm like, who fucking cares? You know, like it's not a little bit of money, but if it's $500, that's grocery money you're spending on something else. You know what I mean?
Even when Rocco offered $5,000, like we each put up $5,000. Again, that's nothing, right? It's nothing in real life expenses. So,
but
and then Patrick came over the top again, and he said he offered to, pay for everything plus a $10,000 purse and everything else. Again, this is in the grand scheme of things, chump change.
Brian Lannon test stream, you're an attorney. What kind of law? I am not an attorney, Brian, but thank you for guessing. And stories about me handing out $20 bills to comedians are untrue. I can't do that. It's about watching what you have. Not being. I do disagree with you about like to say 5,000 is nothing. I think is bad. Is incorrect, right? $5,000 can go a long way spent the right way, right? But what I see are
Sure.
I constantly see people that are like, how much is it a month? How much is it a month? How much is it a month? Never looking at like what the final price is going to be, you know? And the two examples that I will give you are number one, remember the old put calorie counts up on menus? We got to put calorie counts, put calorie counts. So they found out the real truth is when you put calorie counts on menus, people eat more calories than they do otherwise. And it's also with credit cards. They now require credit card companies to put on, if you made the minimum payment, this is how much
this is
you
how
will
long it
spend
will take,
over,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at it. People are like, I don't give a fuck. They're just going to they just want to know what the minimum payment is. You know?
So what you're telling me is that the government is fucking useless because they're the ones who regulated both those things. I 100% agree.
I don't think. Frankly, I don't think they're useless. I think that
I know that wasn't your
people do
point.
get. I think people do get benefit out of it. But you only have a stupid government when you have stupid citizens. So
100%. We should have never let women vote.
There
Repeal
you
the
go.
19th. Yes, agreed.
yeah, this is you know. You're one of those. What are you looking back to America when they didn't allow blacks to vote? Is that what you're? Is that the next
All
thing?
right. I
No
mean,
women.
if you're going to twist
no
my
min-
arm,
No
yeah.
minor. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Did whatever. I don't even. I'm not even going to go there. All right. It's
wrap it up.
11:10. We have a hard out.
I got to go sell some plasma to send a super chat to KB to kiss his ass tomorrow. So I got to go.
KB. He's like, now he feels bad.
He's gonna
He's
get
like,
100
oh
tomorrow.
shit.
He's gonna have to get 100 tomorrow. All right, I gotta go.
KB, you think too much about this. You
I'm
do.
kidding.
You do.
Kind of.
All right. If you want to bail out, that's cool. And then
You'd like to wrap? You're gonna wrap it up for another 45 minutes.
And then I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, that's my. Look. There are many things I do. One of the things I say is I gotta end it because it at least gets me on the flight path to ending it. But as Mr. Reels 223 says, ball washer, I will never again, ever again, not say, "Are you fucking kidding me?" when you call me a ball washer, Mr. Panhandler.
The funny thing is, though, how many shows have I been on where I've been nothing but defend Kevin and praise MLC and this, that, the other thing. And then he's in tonight. So that's my life. So on that note.
All right, my friend. There you go.
Appreciate it. See you guys.
I'll let you go.
Later.
And Mint, we're going to answer your question. Hold on one second. God, that's funny, man. He got all upset because of KB. Mint Diggity. Lannon's good because he doesn't look for the popular opinion like Schmuel does. Lannon just lets it rip. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. And what it is you think if it's popular, then it must suck. And what I'm saying to you is that some stuff sucks. Some stuff that's popular is good. It's just the way it is. So I'm calling them as I see them, not because it's popular or unpopular. It's how I feel, right? So, and the deal is, it hasn't, if I was doing that, I would have been turned, right? I would have, my chat, the people that follow me tend to be very much anti-Melton, and I haven't done that. I do what I'm going to do. And so there. And you can tell me I'm ball washing. You can fucking do whatever you want. But Schmuel's doing what Schmuel does. And that's the way it is. And let's see let's say. That goes for Doom too. He gets a warning letter not to throw. He gets a warning better not to throw at the next batter. Oh, I understand. Baseball reference for you people in England. Mersh is streaming and his stepsister is here. Watching Schmuel, Mersh is that talentless. Mersh is not talentless. Mersh is actually talented. Self-destructive, but talented. And that's why I like Mersh. I like Mersh a lot. I respect Mersh. But and I would imagine that we'll come through our little beef. But he is right. I mean, this is the fucking internet. So, you're going to go back and forth. And I do have a tendency of saying shit that tends to piss people off. Ball washing Mersh too. If you think that was a ball wash, I can't help you, Garrett. Really. It's not. It's cool. This guy, Doom is a liar. I'm gonna say a lot of things about Doom, but Doom ain't a liar. That's one. That's what I gotta say. So Ice. Also, I talk to Mersh every day. I don't need to gilly his show. I'm sure I agree with you, but just don't know what gilly is. So there we go. Here we go. AI picks about linebackers with long red hair. Uh-oh. Gonna get into that AI thing. All right. Schmuel's view. Oh, look, Mr. Panhandler. MLC is the best show ever. I think if you really wanted to get that message across, it should have been at least a $20 super chat. That's what I think. And then we really would have believed you. This just saves up. So malware scan is in there. Go yeah, somebody help the Schmulster out and explain to me what Gillying a show is. Because I think that I think I know what I would say Gillying a show is, but I think it's probably different than you guys. And so here's the deal, right? I literally know Doom is a liar. You don't. I don't care, right? Because you know what? Doom is a clipper, and on the clips, he or she does not lie, and that's it. I know what. I know who Gilly is. I got it. I understand that. What I mean is, what does to Gilly a show mean? Right? Is that like gonna cuck it up? Gonna be like reading the chat and tell me how to answer it, and not being that's what I'm missing. I'm missing that. I apologize. So but big ol' husky Gilly, and somebody was talking about baby hippos or hippos last night, and they were doing the baby.
Shut up, Schmuel.
And all I kept thinking of was Gilly being a baby hippo in that bed, but I don't know if anybody was going there, but I was like, so I was trying to look for an animal today that could have described what she was, because I thought the hippo thing was used, but it really does fit. I mean, that's what she looked like, a hippo laying on the side, reading his chat. So, good question. I have no idea where Ray is, and he's going to miss us because I got to get. I'm going to have to get out of here pretty soon. So, I did have 11:30. All right. So let's wrap it up with this, which has nothing to do with the shit we were talking about on here, but was talking about with Keanu, the horrible part of the show, the Clipper thing, right? So my view on the Clipper thing is different than my view on clip shows. So I want to differentiate that. I think some clip shows are fantastic. NJ Ranger, the guy puts in a shit ton of work into the clips that he's going to watch, and he comments on those, right? And he's got it. I dig that kind of clip show. Echo Pineapple, Rochi watches the clips that they do, and they put them on. So it's like they've got the two people. That kind of a clip show, I enjoy. The kind of that has work going into it. The clip shows where people just run clips and then are like, "Oh, let's talk about it," and they're going to offer their wisdom and commentary, but know nothing about what's going on, or really don't have anything to offer. That's where I think that's when people say clip shows are lazy. I think that's what they're talking about. Johnny Mac for $5.15. Ray intentionally does these little drive-bys to try to convince us he has a life. Yeah. And for some reason, that place, it looked like either a casino or a strip club. And since there's no casinos in New York, and I know that that's where he is tonight, what can I tell you? Obnoxious John, we need more gatekeeping. All right. I'm going to finish my thoughts on clipping, and then I am going to give my thought on gatekeeping, and then I am shutting down the show. So that's my thought on clip shows. Some of them work and they do really well. And speaking of comedians, Ray DeVito.
What's up? How are you, Schmuel?
Good. I'm wrapping it up.
No, it's cool. I only got.
I'm talking. Slow down, dude. I'm talking about giving my opinion on clippers and clip shows and gatekeeping. But first, we wanted to get in Friday and Saturday night. You will be at resorts. What time are the shows?
I don't know. I'll be there. I think one. I think Friday night. One of them's at 8, and the other one's at 9. So I don't know, but people are coming to both shows, so I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do have new jokes, but I don't know if I'm gonna do new jokes. Depending on what's going on, I'll go with the flow of the crowd, if that makes sense.
Hey, where are you, David?
Why don't you not tell us that? And then these people won't know whether they're new jokes or old jokes because most of them haven't seen you perform before.
Yeah.
And you know later on when we talk, you can give me the rationale for doing that, but we definitely don't need. You don't need to explain that.
It's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm gonna have fun. Everyone's gonna have fun. I don't, you know, like Hackamania. I knew everyone was like Dabbleverse people, but like also I think these might be people that are like some of the crowd are just people that are at a comedy club, and they're not gonna know Dabbleverse stuff. So like I don't know. I'll play it by ear. It'll be fun. I won't stink. Who knows? I might stink. You don't know. It's
right.
weird.
Well,
it's weird to call your shot when it's like
do me a favor because I've been sticking up for you for the last 2 years.
It'll be fun.
Please don't stink. Right? I don't want to have to go through the rest of the year listening to Ray. How Ray stunk it up at resorts.
No, I'll be fine. It'll be good.
All right. So Ray will be at resorts this weekend. He's there Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I think the one show is. I think the Friday night show might be 9, and the Saturday is 8:00. I believe. Well, I know it's different hours. I know one night it's 8:00, the other night it's 9:00. But it'll be a good show. We'll have fun.
Yeah, and so Bike Machete Buckman is a Ray ball washer, 100%.
He's wearing the Akron Ducks hat. I'm the only one that knew what that was.
You're the only one. Everybody else is like, oh, the little ducky. And I was wearing my Hartford Whalers hat earlier.
No, and, Akron Rubber Ducks.
The Rubber Ducks.
The Rubber Ducks because Rubbermaids in Akron.
Do you know that I can't find that hat? Like I can't find that. There's a million Akron Rubber Duck hats. But that particular hat I can't find. I even had my nephew go to the stadium, and the lady said we don't have any.
I'm gonna buy. I want a Akron Ducks hat, and I do want a Toledo Mudhens hat. Shout out to Jamie Farr from MASH.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't. Yeah, I get. I have too many trans problems as it is. I don't need a Toledo Mudhens hat.
I got Cleveland Indians circa 2004.
I try not to buy any team that's actually I'm not a big fan of the what do you call it? Pro teams and stuff. I really buy the hats. I buy the hats for the logos. I don't buy them for but wow. And I will say that the United States does have the hats with the best logos because I've looked around the world and Japanese baseball comes in a close second. And I have one of the Yokoshima Hams hats, which I also like. So,
I talk about logos. I mean, nobody likes Nazis and what it stands for, but they were ahead of their time. But it was catchy.
Hugo Boss. That's who That's who did.
He's
did
a
all
hell of
this
a
stuff.
designer, that Hugo Boss.
All right, Ray DeVito comes on and they resort to hat talk. So Ray, I'm going to get off, but I wanted you to promote your your show
Yeah, come
Saturday
on, Friday.
night,
It'll be good. We'll have fun.
and then we're gonna get to see you over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
At the Borgata. Will you be hiding food in your room and then going downstairs and getting more? Is that the will you be stopping at gas stations to bring your own beer? These are the questions that people want to
Probably
know.
not. No. That's one of the nice things about this gig is I get a hotel room. So like that's financially it's like yay. But no, it'll be good. But the reason why I'm playing it by ear because I wouldn't mind talking about some Dabbleverse joke stuff, but it depends. Like if there's Dabbleverse people there, I will do that. But I don't want to like isolate people that just came to see a comedy. You know what I mean? Come to see a comedy club show. So that's like where I don't want to be in my head about anything, but like just like me playing that already. It's like, all right, there's going to be some Dabbleverse people there, so I definitely want to acknowledge that. But at the same time, I want to make the people that just felt like, oh, we came to a comedy show, to also, um, what do you call it? Someone I can't see. Oh, you got a super chat.
NJ Ranger for yeah, we do get them. We do get them here. It's not like an unusual thing. You don't have to
Yeah.
act so surprised. NJ Ranger 201 for $1.99. Ray, you gonna mope this weekend or be a come with guy?
Mope. Who's moping? I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
Cool. Is mommy
Like
coming?
Dirty Deeds isn't even gonna be there for the shows, but he's like, I'm only coming if you're gonna be hanging out on Sunday. So like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna hang out on Sunday.
Yeah, I was
So
talking
there
to
you
him,
go,
and
Dirty Deeds, you son of a bitch.
he's gonna be
I'm
down
gonna hang
in.
out with you, you bastard.
He wasn't gonna be there, so it's Ray
No,
the
he goes, I'm
mope.
only going if you're hanging out on Sunday. I was like, all right, I'll hang out on Sunday. So there you go. I'll hang out on Sunday because of Dirty Deeds. That dirty bastard.
Well, Sunday's the fucking game. We're all hanging out on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game. Obviously, it's the Super Bowl.
All right. And the only thing is, this year we should really arrange where we're watching it. But I have to be honest. Last year, I think I watched most of it in my room because the TV was so great, and nobody there was like people couldn't find places, and people went to rooms, and whatnot.
I watched it with Bentley. Wherever Bentley was is where I watched the game.
Yeah, in the lounge bar. I came down there and watched it too, but their TV sucked compared to what we had. Like,
And I had a room too, so I
Yeah.
could have. Also tomorrow I'm gonna stream at 1 p.m. tomorrow. I got Selma Hindi and Christos, two very funny comedians, New York City comedians. So 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
all right, everybody. So Ray DeVito doing his plugs. So
Yeah.
Ray will be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. right here on the internet, on YouTube, with
On
two
the
very
internet.
funny comedians, Sando and
Makes it sound
Christo.
like it's NBC or Fox back in the day.
And he'll be doing Resorts Casino Hotel this Friday and Saturday. Check your local listings for showtimes. And I have a question for you, Ray. that
What's up, buddy?
I've been asked 5 times today. Why did you lie to Dr. Steve last night? And what was it you lied about?
What did I lie about? I don't know what I lied about.
I don't know. I
don't know either.
I was told to ask you why you lied to Dr. Steve, and I said, "Well, what
Yeah,
was the
this is
lie?"
why I
And then
like
I was
to-
told you have to
yeah.
ask Ray.
Yeah.
So
What about the Grateful Dead?
I
What did I lie about? The Grateful
I'll
Dead?
tell you what. I will.
Dude, that's what like the whole Dabbleverse is like. All right, I'm not.
I will
I'm
try
not
to
playing
find
this.
out. I will try to find out the
I don't
answer to that
care.
question
I don't
by
care,
this
but it's
weekend,
already, like-
and we'll do it. And
Go watch
fuck,
the
it just slipped
podcast
out of my
and
mind.
message
Oh,
me and
last
ask me
question.
personally. You
Who-
don't got to do it on here.
who
Send
are
me a
your
message on
special
Twitter.
guests?
Whoever said that to you, tell them to send me a message, and I'll answer their question because I don't know what they're talking about. I did not lie in a thing, but also like, I'm done. I'm done with this little kid stuff. I'm
Oh,
done
we're
with
just
it.
Ray. It's a joke. Jesus Christ, you're a comedian. Lighten up. Hey, who are the special guests this weekend?
Special guests. What do you mean?
Well, your poster says there will be special guests.
Oh, I have
Ray
no
DeVito's
idea. Dude, I'm
special
just
guests.
a comic. I'm just a comic headline in the show. I don't know who else is on the show. They wanted me on the shows. I hit them up a couple weeks ago and like, oh, dude, I'm a fan of yours. I've seen you a bunch. I like you. Like, I know who the guy is that books the shows. And he's like, yeah, by all means, dude, you're welcome to do the club. But yeah,
So it's not going to be Tommy Jordan.
I'm assuming not. I don't. Does he even do comedy?
It's not going to be Gino Bisconti. And
I have no idea. But
have you lost weight, Ray, or did you just shave or something? Because everybody in the chat is like, you look thin and gaunt.
I'm not doing well. I love everybody.
And but here's a
Whoever said I lied
compliment.
about something, have them
Ray
hit me
has
up on
very
Twitter
smooth
in
skin for a
message
man
and
his
let me
age.
know, and I'll answer their question. But
I think they're just breaking your balls, Ray.
Yeah.
That's all. All right. So, buddy, take off. I will talk to you before the weekend, but I will see you at resorts.
sounds good, man.
All right.
We'll see. I
Take
love
care.
everybody. All right. Peace.
All right. Bye. That was Ray DeVito, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go with Ray. And now you've got me. I didn't even notice the what's the word that I'm looking for? Gauntness. Now I have to find out because, of course, Ray can't say, "No, I'm fine." Not doing well. We're gonna have to. I do know that he can't shit and eat, or wait, he can't eat and drink at the same time because then he has to shit. So I'm sure there's a myriad of other problems. But he does not know who he's going on with, and he does not know what the show times are. So there you go, guys. But he will be at resorts Friday and Saturday, and we'll all be there. So yeah, and Big Dub says now he's worried about him, so this means I have to call him after the show. There we go. All right. So I did the trick is to be nice to him, Buckman. Being mean to Ray is now hack. This is true. I'm not. Yes, but I'm not mean to Ray. I like Ray. Ray is my friend. And all right. So here we go. The Clippers, right? So I get like people that do a show and they've got long segments and they've got it planned out, and then somebody comes in and clips it like a 20-minute segment, like that whole segment, clips it and puts it out when they're putting other stuff up. When they put their own clips up, the original creator. But I think by and large, most of the clip shit is helpful to comedians and to streamers and stuff, because it's like nobody knows who you are, and getting clipped, and it has to be an organic clip, right? It's got to be it's got to be a legit, like, that's the deal. That's why our clippers like Doom and Dirty Jersey and Stallion 19 and I'm going to just stop there, but there's a myriad of them. That's what I dig about those guys, is because they're very good at picking out works from organic stuff, and it's the organic stuff that's interesting. And because I know that I am 100% positive there are people that do shit just to fucking get clipped, and it must drive them crazy when they don't. And most of the stuff that you get clipped for is not stuff that you expected to get clipped for. And so I'm just, I'm lucky enough that I get clipped every now and then, but it's because I'm a dick. But I do also understand. So yes, I'm going to ball wash Clippers now. I do totally understand some people getting upset with it, and I think probably what happens is in the very beginning you're like, yeah, it's great, people know who I am, and then at some point you kind of feel like, oh well, maybe people aren't going to watch. Maybe people aren't going to watch me because somebody's doing the clip. But as I think I'm going to blame him, as Dave Sauer once explained to me, that it's probably your show. It's probably that it's not the Clippers. It's that that they clip this one thing, but the other stuff you're doing is just maybe not that interesting to people. So and Dave Sarah, well, you know my motto: become unclippable. So yeah, there you go. It's not blaming Dave. I'm fucking giving Dave credit because he's kind of smart about these things. I know that comes as a shock to you fucking people. All right. And my last and by you fucking people, you know who the 3 or 4 of you I'm talking about in there. All right. And the last thing, gatekeeping. Don't like it. I think the Dabbleverse, I think these shows, it's gatekept. It's gate kept enough. People are going to do what they're going to do, and if a guy is streaming and he's having success, great. If a guy is streaming and he's not, but he wants to stream, great. There's plenty of room here. The pie is big enough, and the pie actually grows. So I think we can stop with that end of the gatekeeping. Where I dislike it is when you've got guys who are smaller shows, and you've got somebody who's got another small show who's trying to fuck with those guys. That annoys me. And then the bigger guys. And I never even thought about the whole gatekeeping, whatever, among those guys. And then I heard Carl like, we kind of need more gatekeeping because, people are diluting the Dabbleverse. And I'm just like, the Dabbleverse could use a little dilution because it's like it can only sustain Stuttering John for so long. And, we're in there. But I don't know. I think it got all caught. I think Tukey was tired, and he just like got tired of somebody shitting on him, and then and that's where he went. But there we go. Art Bell, Karmic XL, KXL does gatekeeping. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. MGD, shitting and eating would be a peculiar way to go about one's business, Buckman. Yes, I fucked up. You can't have with Ray, if he's like he likes to drink and he's drinking beer, he can't have his dinner at the same time. But I've told that story way too many times. Now some people, NJ Ranger 201, as one does, it could be art. I think many people, I think more, I've seen people eat in the subway, which to me is, it would feel better eating while taking a shit. Let's just go up here. I want to talk, this is something I wanted to talk about for another show, but I'll intro it now and we'll discuss it later. It's a bunch of blobs begging for super tip validation. I have to sort out in my head how I'm feeling about that. I'm totally like, it's a free country. Anybody can ask for anything. They can ask for money. They can ask for super chats. They can do whatever. And if you don't want to give, you don't have to give. And if they really fucking annoying, you can move on to another stream. But yeah, I do get it could be depending upon who it is, it could be annoying, but I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that I'm annoyed by that does that. I don't. What's the word that I'm looking for? Um, but probably because I just don't. I just don't watch uh, those shows, and I've never been felt. I've never felt forced. Um, Super Chat when Super Chats first came along, I will say uh, I realized that I was super chatting because I was rage commenting, and I wanted it to be heard. Um, but I don't do that. I had to learn quickly not to do that because it was like uh, uh, spending money and not getting a feeling out of it, or whatever. Uh, I'm not trying to. Feeling's not the right word, but let's 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 put it this way. Uh, Calling people grifters is hack because that's what we do. Everybody's a grifter, you know, and we get these what do you call it? We get these words or we get these insults, and then everybody becomes that same thing. KB's a grifter. This one's a grifter. That one's a grifter. Um, And generally speaking, the people that uh, complain about grifters um, are the people that would like to be the ones that could do that and to do something. But yeah, I mean, it could be somewhat embarrassing for some of like the AI slop art that I guess it's called that I've seen where that people want to sell to me. I'm like, it really, really takes a giant pair of fucking balls to do that. So I will say that the logic behind all this is I don't really know, and I'm reticent to complain about it. So my attitude is like you do what you want, and it's like if it works, I guess it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But when we talk about gatekeeping and grifting and all that stuff. Um, uh, to quote Gino Bisconti, um, the universe provides, and I think those people go away, and I think if people have something to offer, people will stay for it. And from what I've seen, the Dabbleverse is pretty goddamn generous. So they're willing to contribute uh, to stuff. So if they find it, if you, I don't know. I think like if we put in the work and we do what we do, um, then people will contribute. And but I don't think any amount of asking is going to change that. So that's it. And again, I have the thing like getting told about what to do with super chats and ignoring the free chat, and this is what you have to uh, for as long as it's possible. We'll always be doing free chat and as many as we can. So, because that's the deal. Because it's you people that make it worth it. But yeah, in any event, I am getting a little bit worn out by some of this like AI stuff art wise that people just think are fantastic. Um, and you got to wow, oh, this is great. And the fucking people don't look anything like the people, um, the real people. Although it is nice when people make AI art of me and I look like I'm 20 years younger, 6 inches taller, and have a muscle. So there we go. So I think that's it. So somebody said, "Why is AI wearing you out?" Just because it's too much. You know, um, everybody's not an artist. I get it. Nor am I. So, and you know, I think AI's got to do it. I am. I really am, Bike Machete. I really am. You're 100% right. Um, yeah, and look, I will say, I, the interesting thing to me, part of it was, when Karmic came in, because I see somebody mentioning it, right? When Karmic came in and he had the AI stuff, and I thought it was pretty good, but it's like weird because it's like it's the only thing that nothing new has been. It's like he had these things that were in the chamber. He shot them off, and there's just there's nothing new on any of that stuff. So look, he'll rage cast or whatever the hell it is and do it live. But in any event, there we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fucking blast. Really, thank you for being here. He's still going. I always go. I always take too long to end. Brack. Karmic's main problem is he thinks Felicia is attractive. Everybody, look, there's a pot for every lid or a lid for every pot,